asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap, bitch slap. Come get your face clap, face clap. Come get your lips smack, smack, smack. You need a bitch slap. Oh, oh, yeah. I make money, but you spend it all. Don't make me leave to get some menthols. I won't wait to get you, bitch. Before I go, just one more hit. It's called a bitch slap, bitch slap. Come get your face clap, face clap. Come get your lips smack, smack, smack. You need a bitch slap. Oh, oh, yeah. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap, bitch slap. Come get your face clap, face clap. Come get your lips smack, smack, smack. You need a bitch slap. Oh, oh, yeah. It's called a bitch slap, bitch slap. Come get your face clap, face clap. Come get your lips smack, smack, smack. You need a bitch slap. Oh, oh, yeah. It's called a bitch slap, bitch slap. Come get your face clap, face clap. Come get your lips smack, smack, smack. You need a bitch slap. Oh, oh, yeah. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if the bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked. We sweep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah. His pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah. His pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. He was given superhuman strength. He could hear the cops from miles away. Played the funkiest music ever played. I heard him saying, bitch, I wear a cape. His hand fast as a speeding bullet that makes a bitch pay up to the fullest. He hates snitches more than kryptonite, and when stupid bitches just can't act right. Superhand don't put up with lying. He will crush a cold bitch into diamonds. Bitch better have his money on time, or Superhand will do a super crime. Oh shit, yeah. His pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah. His pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Oh shit, yeah. His pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah. His pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Oh shit, bitch, motherfucker, yeah. Oh yeah.
I guess I might as well just go ahead and come on and remove all this bullshit, all these little trinkets, all these stream these stream trinket motherfuckers. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Josh Pescator here on After Content, the newest show created by a canceled show this week. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's catch up. Yo, Saren in the chat. What's happening? Jive Turkey's in the chat. That's right. How'd y'all like that music, by the way? Sometimes I think that my taste in music is a little bit eclectic for a younger audience, but this AI music that I found by a couple of these channels is just fucking badass, especially like when you're driving. So, Captain Laser Eyes, I appreciate that, but I'm not trying to be any bigger than it. I'm just trying to be me. That's all I want to do from now on is just do me. It's been many years that I've been helping others out with their career, and I kind of want to focus on me, doing it here, doing it big on Pescator Live. Master of the TDS, what's happening? Actually, I want to... won't be able to stay long, but I want to stop in. Hey, what's going on? I really want to take a time out and thank you for the message that you sent me. That's one of the first times that anyone's ever sent me a voice message. Most of the time it's text messages, so I really do appreciate it. I think you know the feeling of how support staff on on a bigger YouTuber or just on a project in general. It doesn't even have to be with big YouTubers or just a project in general. How there's a lot of back end work to get it entertaining, to get it to print, to get it to on the screen. And there are a lot of people that are involved in that. And for my entire career, I've always tried to highlight those people because, I'm one of those people. But I just want to take a time and say thank you for that message. I really do appreciate it. What else are going on here? You know what? I enjoy the show as much as quality content. I think you underestimate how much you brought to that show. Well, I appreciate that as well. That was a really, when I was developing the show, I think I started developing it in August. I think that's when we finally came to terms and we were going, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, the terms, because Anus's math sucks. And then I'm also going to, maybe if anyone wants to know about YouTube money, how YouTube economy, how the back end works, what payment structures look like, different payment ways. There's not just one way of getting paid now. There's many different ways. And anyone can do it nowadays. It doesn't have to take a great voice, a great face. It just has to take a great idea, and you have to be entertaining. I tell everyone that's in this business, this is the entertainment business. It's not Hollywood, but it's still the entertainment business. You're up here to put a product to entertain people, to entertain and inform them, but somewhere they're going to be latched onto something they like about you, something they like about the content, the production, and you have to be aware of that. And that means engaging with your audience on a real level, not like a how do y'all like my content? Oh my God. Be able to be open to creative criticism and constructive criticism. A lot of times creatives give, they give notes and some of them are snarky. Some of them are helpful. Some of them are, derivative. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Oh, all right. If you got to leave out, I appreciate you stopping by for real. Maybe one day we can get on stream together. We can have a discussion because I have a lot of opinions about the current state of YouTube, the old YouTube, which I didn't begin working until the adpocalypse happened, technically. So I never knew the pre-yellow demonetized tag. I wasn't really a part of that era. What else we got on here? Gotta love that Anus Lottie Pest is a greedy millionaire, therefore he has to work for free. And that's the thing. It's not about the money. And I'm going to go into it in a minute. I just, was looking through the chat. But it's never was about the money. I mean, I can tell y'all exact numbers. I'm not bound by anything. So it's always been about $700 a month. You know, that's 20% of the remainder after 30% that YouTube takes. What adpocalypse should we get? Should I go off into a tangent about apocalypse chat, or should we save that for another time? I didn't want to do too late of a stream tonight. I just wanted to hit it for about an hour or so. So I don't. That's I could talk about that for hours because I've got information on that I was particularly a part of. Tiger King says pre-apocalypse was a gold rush. It was, and I've seen your tweets to me and everything. If you really wanted to know why I tagged Drinker and all of them in there, it was basically because that what was said to me. Most of the time that Gundam was acting jealous, it was always towards those three, especially FNT. FNT probably like 60% of it. The others were just like, how come they're getting so much more views than me and I'm entertaining? Why are, it's the poor pitiful me thing. And I know it's weird for some people to hear, but there's other people that I can cite either on my video comments that said that, over the years of them and watching him, that they actually noticed, some of the same things I talked about it. And I'm not talking about it to down the dude or crush the dude. And I guess I should go ahead and bring up the anus tweet because that kind of feeds into to what I wanted to talk about because that's basically this week. Just real quick, this week I'm going to be streaming tonight. I might not stream tomorrow or on the 4th unless y'all want me to stream. I'm going to be at my condo in Pensacola Beach, and they have an awesome fireworks show there. Like it's top rate, like it's best in the world. And it's right over the water too, so it gives off this really great reflection when they shoot off the fireworks. So if y'all wanted me to live stream that, you won't see me or you won't see my face or my family or anything like that because I got a bunch of family coming over this week. I mean, I've got, my entire house is going to be filled up, the condo. I'm going to be living in my office, as a matter of fact, for like the next 7 days, I think. So yeah, I'll be close to my terminal the whole time, so that way I can jump on if I could do a quick stream. I know a lot of people are going out of town. Maybe you want to listen to this on the road. I'm going to try to do a little bit more structured, not news segments, because I don't want to do my whole drama alert shtick, but I do want to provide my my view of the YouTube landscape, whether it be all niches, whether it be commentary, dramasphere, localsphere, car YouTuber stuff. There's one guy in the chat that was asking if he wants to see my truck today. If you want to see it, press 1 in the chat if you want to check it out. But to button up the Tiger Kings, it's not so much of clout. It's more of, I think that those people might actually be able to help him more than I can, because if he looks up to them, if he is jealous of them, they can actually take more of a role than I can. Every day, dudes, I was out there trying to pump this dude up. Like I was like P. Diddy right there next to Biggie the whole time, like hype man, just like the whole time for years. And I wasn't getting paid. I didn't want to get paid. The only thing that ever actually came up where we were talking about money was during the what was it? The action finger stream. For that being said, when it was sent off for charity, I have an eBay account because I buy and sell art. I collect art. A lot of people don't know that, but I collect modern and urban art. And when I get my second camera set up, I'm going to have a second cam for Lucy, my dog, and it might have a little bit of art in the background as well. But I'm not going to be on camera. I'm going to have my avatar done up here in a little bit. But we're getting way off subject. But yeah, maybe those dudes can help him out. I'll talk to anyone. Anyone wants to ask me, everything I've said is the truth. I'll stand by it, and I'll talk to them face to face. I have nothing to hide. I've been doing this for way too long to know that, yeah, there's a lot of things that I overlooked for a while and I let people get away with just because it's in the interest of, the Dick Bag Productions, just moving the company along and getting it to a spot to where everyone can start to benefit, because I wasn't wanting to take money away from Anus, but she consistently wanted to how did I explain it? Wanted to know that, kind of like it was one of those things like, I'm here first, and so I should get first dibs at the fucking trough or something like that, And the whole time I didn't never want to do anything until the very August something last year, when I said, I'll just go ahead and help you I'll produce the show, because no one else wants to do it and no one had given him a good enough idea up until then. So y'all don't want to see the stream? Enjoy it. Well, high in the Basquiat. I don't have Basquiat. I do have a Banksy. I do have one Banksy. It's not an original. It's not a painting. It's a print. But yeah, I do got one. But yeah, that's just how it is. I got a little sidetracked on there. As much as I like to say, I have to run. Take it easy, bruh. Yeah, I'll have this up. Actually, this is the third video, so maybe after this one, I'll be able to be monetized, and that means super chats and stuff. But I did want to address that when it becomes available, because I don't need super chats, but I do want to invest in the show. If y'all want to do that, anything y'all want to do, we'll use that for that, and even I'll put some of my money in there. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm not even monetized. Everything that is going on tonight, you don't have to pay a dime for. Just glad that you're hanging out with me on, what's today? July the 1st. We're in the second half of the year. So congratulations to everyone made it to the second half of the year. All right, but let's go to this. This is the whole reason why I'm here tonight, because I saw this, I think I saw it like last night, and I wanted to address it because it has two things on it that I don't really care for. One of them was, she's calling me a liar and saying that I'm trying to crush Gundam, who's worked for everything he's having. I agree with that. He works very hard, but I'm not lying. So that's one thing. And I'm not trying to crush him, because I told everyone not to unsub to him. This is a personal thing. This is a business thing. It doesn't involve everyone else. The only reason why I'm making this public is because the show is too big and people have given too much money for someone just to put up a community post that says like a real waffly bullshit kind of thing. Yeah, I did hear about Boogie. After I talk about this, if y'all want me to talk about Boogie, that's another shitbag that's fucked off with money that you can't even believe. Like back when I worked at Drama Alert, we knew he was banging hookers 2 at a time in 2018. But let's get back to this. My July 1st burst. Yes. Bubba the Fat, what's cracking? Okay, now here we go. This is the math part of this whole thing. Has taken 20% of what I was taking 20% of was super chats, and YouTube took 30%, and that's what they take of super chats. But YouTube takes it first. So let's just say, let's just use the number that I think is roundabouts what it might be. It's average $1,500 a month for, and then let's pull up the calculator, because I actually have a calculator that I brought for you guys. Just so everyone knows, and these numbers, they're probably not going to be exact, but they'll be very, very close, like within a few dollars. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure this calculator. There it is. Okay. So I think it's $1,500 a month. I mean, $1,500 a show. So we're looking at, $6,000, and YouTube takes 30% of that. So we're going to multiply that times 0.7, because that's the cut that you would get. So 4,200, and we're going to divide that by my 20%, because now we're talking about the 4,200 for the super chats. We're going to divide that by the 20%, and that I'm going to do Gundam side of it. So times 0.8, that's 80% on his side. So 3,360, okay? And that's where, about my 700 comes in right around there. It could be more, it could be less. Sometimes it was less. It might be a little less than 3,000 for him on some months, a little bit more, you know. The one y'all saw where it says he hates my show, this is for the show he hates, that was probably one of the higher ones, which was close to 800. But what she doesn't get is that this is just for the super chats, right? So it doesn't include the recurring revenue for YouTube members, which is it's the same cut. It's YouTube takes 30% and then you get 70, which by the way, YouTube will always take their cut before you even touch it. So remember the story that I told last time? He was saying like they didn't take their 30%. It was for some reason he has this all mixed up. But this is just for super chat. So we add in what's going on for membership, and I think we had about close to 800 members. I don't know what tiers they were on, but if you're doing 70% of 800, and let's just say it was the lowest one, which was $4. It's $4 in membership. You get 70% of that. Let's clear that. $4 in membership times your 70. You get $2.80 per membership times, what did I say, 800? Okay, there you go. That's monthly, and that's if every one of them is on the lowest end. They could be higher. You know, here's a trick for anyone that's doing your subscriber or doing a membership thing. Make sure that you set your lowest membership to $5. Because when people do gifted memberships, that's the one they're going to pull. And YouTube won't allow you to go above $5 for your lowest tier. So you can set it lower. You can set it at 4. You can set it at 3. But you're doing yourself a disservice, because if you set it at 5, that's the point where it's the highest recurring revenue for you. And you'll be able to gifted memberships, you'll be able to do them really quick in your head. If they're different numbers, it's hard to do it that way. But it also makes it easier for the chat as well, if they're going to be buying like gifted memberships, because they're probably going to be shutting down that Argentina loophole pretty soon. Now that they've done it for the YouTube premium purchases, I don't see how they couldn't do it for memberships. So that's on its way. Oh, we're not even done yet. We're not even done. Hold up. So we're okay, let's just call it 5. We'll call it 5. But you're also forgetting something else. You're forgetting the AdSense, because each one of those streams, if they remain monetized, most of them will give a few $100s for revenue. Now it's not a lot. Like the highest your highest revenue stream is going to probably be super chats in this equation. The memberships are not going to be that far behind, and those are reoccurring. So you really can't just hand wave that money, because that's a nice reoccurring check. So let's go to YouTube views. And a lot of times people get confused about how do you get paid for YouTube views? Like what's a good metric to use when you're looking at a video on how many views you're looking at, how much that a person made. You'll never be able to figure that out, because it is a variable and it changes all the time, and it's set by an algorithm, the ad rates. So you'll never be able to figure that out. But there are good averages to stick with for everything. And another tip, it's not the video views that you get paid on. It is the ad video views or ad reads that you get paid on. There is a certain metric inside your YouTube studio, and then let's see if I can pull it up without doxing anything, that just tells you how many times people watch the ads. And that's the number that you get paid off of. One of the easier ways that I know to just do it real quick is for every 100,000 views, it could be anywhere from $200 to $500. $500 is really high. I don't think you would be getting around that much unless you're like you got great preferred views. I know the first Kirsty stream that we did that hit 125 ended up doing about 180 after. And yeah, 810 after the cut. Because again, another YouTube cut. YouTube takes 45% of all ad revenue. So it's like you're never getting away from YouTube cuts. I don't understand why anyone gets mad about YouTube fees. You can't bargain them. You're not going to get them down. You can't fire them. You can't, fuck them over and steal their interest. You can't do it. It's their platform. It's impossible. Okay. So I always just factor that into to the end number. That's my net, right? I have my total, and the total is good because the total is what the public sees. That's what advertisers see, unless you're showing them books. That's a good way for them to judge where you're at right now in your YouTube career, what kind of views you make per month. Exactly. YouTube is your landlord. You're just renting this space. You think all this server space that you use to put up all these videos, think it's free? No, this shit costs electricity, manpower, maintenance, air conditioning, the fucking snack machine. All that's factored in. So whenever anyone says like, oh, YouTube takes 30 and then you take this and then I get that. Well, okay, now you've got 100% of zero. I'm sure now I'm just saying this because I'm sure Gundam will stream again. He might stream with Kirshi and they probably do really great. They might even do better. And I hope they do. Godspeed. I'm not, that part is not what I'm mad at. I'm mad that I'm fucked over on my percentage because I'm an owner. And this is to Tiger King as well. I'm not an employee. I'm an owner. I'm contracted through Digbag Productions. So I do work with them, but my pay structure is royalty based. And it is just for, what? Yeah, it's just for my performance. I don't get paid by the hour. I get paid by the specific deal that I made, which was 20% of super chats and 20% of the IP. And that's important because 20% of the IP means that I also can go out and shop my program and sell ad space. So if I bring in a sponsor like a Meta PCs, and they're looking to do, I'm just throwing a number out there. They're looking to do like $5,000 a month in some sort of ad, anything, whether it be reads, whether it be codes, whether it be direct, all of it, Hey, Rec 1990, what's happening? Yeah, I'm not the help. I don't feel like the help. I mean, when you're the executive producer, the executive part of it means that you own a piece or you finance a piece of this particular project. You can always have producers, but you can have producers doing anything. Producers going in coffee, producers editing a certain segment. They had lots of producers at Machinima, Rooster Teeth. Like a lot of people would go and work there, and they would be producers, and then they would get up on camera, and then they would write their own stuff, and they'd work themselves up the way. It's kind of like a smaller version of how sketch comedy or YouTube or SNL would be back in the day, where you would have to work your way through these rooms up until like you get a manager or an agent, and they start bringing you into those doors, whether you get behind with the casting directors, and you just work your way up. So once you start making these networking deals, then most people, they don't want to work for someone else for, I don't want to do editing for $15 an hour and edit when I can do my own edits and own 100% and make my own channel. But if you're going to be making a collaboration project, then you have to respect that each person brings their strengths and their weaknesses. And you have to rely on that person because that's who you're working with. You're partnering with them. So it's not a surprise when, 5 months down the road, you're like, oh my God, he's, making $700. I thought he was going to be making $300. And these are such small numbers to me, but I know they're large to other people. So I don't want to seem dismissive when I say like, oh, 700, that's a power bill and a health insurance or a car payment, So I don't ever discount that. Money's money. Doesn't matter if you're a fucking billionaire. It's like every time that billionaire started out with $1. What's the difference? So Let's go back to her stupid uh her stupid comment. Here we go. I wanted to actually get a little bit of backtrack music because it seems like it's so dead to me without having anyone else to speak to. Let me see if I can. If it's too loud or anything, y'all just tell me. I just gotta have something in the background to kind of give me hype because. So I do more than Kathleen King? Nah, but I probably could do a better job. Where are we at here? Found our way to the angry phase of coping with the fallout. Not exactly. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. When I say angry, it's more disappointing because I can't really be angry at people. It's the same thing that most people think of whenever they want to fuck me over. It's oh, Josh has money in the first place, so it's not like we're going to be fucking him over and he's going to be like losing his house or losing his rental. You know, something like how when Rich had fired JKB, you know, that was kind of leaving someone in the lurch. But I mean, that's their deal. You know, if you live by the deal, you die by the deal. The one thing that you don't do is you don't fuck people over by just coming in one day and saying, hey, I don't like the fact that you're making this money. So it'd be real easier if I just made the money, got rid of you, and put this person in that said they would do it for free anyway. But don't worry about her because she gets like either 50 or 100% of the merch store. So I would like to know what other YouTuber out there gives their artist and maybe the person that manages the merch store a 50% to 100% ownership stake in it. I mean, if you're really talking about percentages and not and denying Gundam money, I mean, what if you make $2,000, $3,000 in merch and you take 50%, or maybe you take 100%, you take 50%. When normally these kind of things are normally 20%. If you're an agent, if you work as a manager, if you do anything like that, it's normally like 20%. So some people do 15, some people do 10 if you get money up front. You know, it's just it's a negotiation. And that was one of the things that Gundam was just horrible at. So it was one of the things that I excel at. So it was just a nice, you know, a nice hookup in that way. Strengths and weaknesses again. But yeah, she's totally misinformed by this. You know, this money actually, and another thing, this was a brand new revenue stream along with the merch store. So like these two new revenue streams, which account for many of thousands of dollars a month and could account for probably close to $100,000 a year. You know, I'm not interested so much in the $700 or the 20% of the super chats. I was more interested in the 20% of the show itself. Because say something along the line, someone comes up and a Smiling Friends situation happens and it gets picked up by like an Adult Swim, or, you know, we're shooting for the moon here. I know this is, it was bullshit what I put up on there, but it could have been something in the future. And having that ownership stake in the very beginning, that's how you win in this game. You don't do work for 3 and 4 years and then come and say, hey, I've done work for you for 3 and 4 years. So you owe me for that work. Plus, I want new work, but I don't want to work as hard as before. So that was my biggest thing with her. And one of the reasons why I didn't want to continue working with her, because after she tried to extort me with the giving me the money, and just to clarify that as well, because some people in my comments were saying, well, she made the art and she's entitled to money. Okay. For one, that's not my problem. I didn't buy her art. Okay. I worked for DB Productions. At DB Productions, they had a drive that had all the art assets made for all the videos, you know, whether it be for an editor, you know, or for an image. It was just all one place where you could grab. That's why a lot of times when you watch Gundams videos, they have reoccurring art, okay, because it's used over and over again. Well, I was using some of those assets. She knew, everyone knew, this was explained. I wasn't, stealing them from her and then showing up. Everyone knew. Everyone knew that I had a week to go to get this pitch deck done to give it to Meta PCs. Only had a week, and I wasn't going to be using her because, like I said, Gundam said she was very temperamental. She doesn't really work that well. She doesn't do a lot of work. She might get one picture done a month, and I wouldn't rely on her for that. I said, okay, I'm going to Fiverr. Paid like $120 for the pitch deck. Did a couple revisions. On the last revision, I asked her if she wanted to take a look because I was putting her in it, and I asked if she wanted her credits, like, credits of work that she's worked on before. And that's where y'all saw that text that says, like, you just worked a drama alert. That's about when that picked up. So that was, a project going by me as a contractor, but for DB Productions. And she wasn't involved in it, but she wanted to stick her head in. And as soon as she noticed that, that she had an opening to not like me or do something fucked up, she was sitting there saying, I want money. I want $100, because she knows that I have money. And I don't think she would have done that to anyone else, but she thought she could do it to me. And then, I was like, I'm not doing that. This is totally unprofessional. We are both employed by DB Productions. We're not employees. We're contract 1099, but we both are colleagues at this point, not trying to get it, real mad at her because I understand that in her eyes, it seems like I stole something away from her. But in reality, it's like she never really had it. She could have come up with anything. Who am I? I'm just some dude. I come up with a good, idea, help out on a few other things. Boom, it's making money, making good money. Most of our ideas always make money. People get weird when it comes to money, though, especially a lot of money, reoccurring money, monthly money. And then that's when you get in, if you keep doing this for so many years and you're just fucking money off, then you get to be the person that's like Boogie is now, like 20 years, something on in YouTube. He doesn't give a goddamn that he spent $250,000 on whores or whatever, or he could have used all that money to just buy his house. He could have just bought the house at one point and had the house, and then he could have gone, pissed it away and whatever, but he still owned the house. That's the one thing that I always tell people whenever they ask me, it's like, what's the one thing I need to know whenever I get money? It's like, buy everything. Do not finance anything. Even if you don't have a lot of money, don't finance a car. You only got $10,000 to put down on a car, go buy a $10,000 car. Believe me, you're fine. No one's going to fucking judge you as long as the motherfucker gets you back and forth to work so you can make your grind and make your money and put it away. Because look, right now in the United States, inflation is a motherfucker. But the opposite side of that coin is if you have capital, you could just put a money in a bank account and get 5%. I got a fucking money market account right now that makes more than I saw in the markets for like all of 7 to 10. No one went over 5. Now they're just, you walk into a bank, they give you 5. It's the guys that come up and say, we can do 10% return, 15, 20. Those are the guys you got to look at, and you got to look at your track record. And I got Gundam into a little bit of that, looking into numbers, looking into, analytics. And he's not a numbers dude. He just isn't. And that's fine. A lot of people aren't numbers people. But you can't go and lie. You can't just go and make this shit up because it's not right. This looks like Petsko's taking 20 and YouTube takes 30, so he has 50%. What kind of fucking elementary math is that? And then that's not enough to leave New York, especially since all of YouTube income is pennies. Well, we established that, other YouTube is not exactly pennies, but added all together, these many revenue streams, including, Patreon, all those names that fly down at the end of a video, just count $5 for those. And I don't want to make this all about money. I just wanted to break down some of these things because people get confused because no one on YouTube likes to break it down. It used to be back in the day, like in 14 and 15, that people would make videos talking about what they would make on YouTube. Then all of a sudden, I forget who it was, but someone had made a video, and I think Drummer even covered it, maybe in 14 or 15, and they were showing their back end AdSense and how much they were making. And it was revolutionary at the time. Nowadays, you have whole channels trying to decipher the background of how to, break into this algorithm. And there's some tricks and tips and tricks, but yeah. You want me to show the car? Are you the one that's been asking me about the truck for a few weeks now, I think? Hold on a second. Let me get the truck. I did make a folder just for this particular instance, just in case this happened. Let me make sure I don't fucking dox on a license plate or anything. All right, hold on, guys. How's it going so far? Do y'all actually enjoy listening to me? Just leave it in the comments. You could say whatever you want. Where we go? Pesca, I don't understand your ownership argument on depreciating assets. Why not purchase assets that appreciate and generate funds with less overhead? I'd rather have that compared to buying something. Yeah, sure. But you still got to have a car to go to work. I'm not telling you go out and buy like a pinball machine. You got to have a car. That's a depreciating asset, but it's also a tool, and you need that in order to, especially if you live in certain parts of the United States. If you live up north and you don't need it, your money on that is going to be spent on Uber, going to be spent on the train. But what I'm trying to say is don't finance. Do not finance anything right now or ever, really. But right now, especially with the rates that they're at. I saw a video the other day of some lady that did a fucking a Tahoe for $83,000, had like a 21% interest thing on like 70 months, 80 months. And then she had to sell it because she didn't realize that she was going to owe fucking $210,000 on it. And she's sitting there. She's like, I paid it for 3 years and it's only $10,000 off the principal. She didn't know how fucking compound interest worked. So I'm not saying hoe math, but hoe math is a thing. Okay. Back to the old truck. Let me see if I can change the music. Yeah, I like this one better. Yeah. If y'all do like me talking about YouTube and kind of talking about the behind the scenes, I've got a lot of other stories that I'm, free to tell, that I don't mind telling, any person that's, like I said, I'll speak with anyone now. Before, when I was having issues with Keemstar, I decided not to go public and not make a video on it. But from then on, I was like, there's going to be a certain protocol that I go by if another YouTuber fucks me over and I've got interest in something and we don't have legal paperwork or I'm not willing to go that far. But there is a protocol that I use that I might tell y'all one day, which is sad, but just goes to show you how wild west YouTube is, especially when big money becomes involved. Okay. This is, get rid of this. This is, I'm not going to show y'all the 911 just because if I sell it this year, it's pretty recognizable and I don't want someone picking it up on Auto Trader or something or wherever it would be. This is a 2020 Ford Raptor Black Ops edition. It's made by Tuscany. They're the same people that make the all the Shelby stuff. The Shelby trucks, I'm sorry. Not the Shelby cars. They don't do the Mustangs and stuff, but they do the trucks. The off-road version, the Super Snake version. I've got it outfitted with the Fox Racing 3.0 system, front and back, rock rails, amp steps, they've got a specific package for the cladding, and then all of the non-painted pieces are painted. The bumper's been changed out. I did not go for the winch on this one, just because I don't really need it, and that's a lot of unsprung weight in the nose. So this is already a truck that, like, if you're going fast and you don't have to slam on the brakes, it dips the nose down so much as it almost feels like you're gonna flip over frontwards. Y'all want to see another picture? Hold on. I can do the we'll just do the total side profile one. And you can kind of see the racing suspension that I had put on there. New coils, new shocks, 3-inch, 20-inch wheels on 35-inch KM3, BFG KM3. Rock rail. I advise anyone that goes off-road, get this. Also got an amp understep, powered understep is that in that as well. All this came with a package, mostly. There are a few things that I added. The black tips that come with it. This piece right here is not painted from factory in this generation, which this is the last generation of this Raptor, of the Gen 2 Raptor. And what some people don't know is that there's a meme going around with Raptors about the turbos failing because the cam phasers, it's always cam phasers. You know, the twin turbocharged V6, the EcoBoost 3.5 liter V6, cam phaser issues, all the time, cam phaser issues. They'll under warranty, they'll take off the whole front of the truck and replace the cam phasers. Big teardown. But in 2020, they put the new set of cam phasers that they were replacing the 17s through 19s with. So the 20s actually have the new cam phasers, and it's the same engine that's in the regular Raptor today. So if you're looking for a Gen 2 and you don't want a Gen 3, that body style, you don't want to pay that much, you're looking for a Gen 2, get a 2020. Preferably something with around 30 to 50. That's 30 to 50,000 miles. That's about what I keep this on. Most of the summer, I don't really like driving it just because it's a pain. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, people. Help me out. I don't even know how many we got watching right now. 201. That's not bad. This whole week was going to be, I thought it was going to be kind of iffy. And we got a little bit on Twitter watching as well. And do y'all still want to see any more of the truck? I mean, it's I don't like flexing, but I do like showing people if you like trucks and you like, vehicles and stuff like that. Like, I'm a big car guy. I wish that I could do something with car YouTube, but car YouTube requires the kind of money and skill set that I just don't have time to get down with. They do great work though. There's a lot of guys. I'm not going to mention them right now, but there's a lot of dudes that do really good work. I always like this picture. This was there's like a little trail behind the truck. Like if you go behind, there's like a trail that you can go to. And that's where I was at when I was taking this picture. It's like right there as soon as sundown. It's like, yeah, this will make a good picture. But yeah, there you go. There's the truck. Everyone's always asked about it. If you see it out, you're in Northwest Florida, just honk. With Donut Media, yes, I have. I could talk about it maybe we'll talk about it like on another stream, because that's I watch those dudes a lot. Right now I'm looking at doing getting rid of the 911 and doing the Audi RSQ8 Performance Edition, just because The 911 is nice, but I drove it on Sunday, and it's just, you're so afraid that a rock is going to come up and hit that carbon fiber, and like I I love carbon fiber, but I fucking hate it. And if you buy carbon fiber, do not buy Anderson's composite carbon fiber. It might look like it's good, and it does look good, and they do it correctly, but the clear coat on it is shit. And if you don't wrap it in clear, it'll go bad in like 2 years. The extractor, the hood heat extractor on my truck, the fucking clear coat is just burned off of it. It looked like somebody took a blowtorch to it, and it just kept getting worse and worse. So I got to change out that part back to factory. The two pieces on the side worked fine, but since the sun was just beating down on the hood the whole time, it was just fucking trash. The hood extractor I'm talking about is this piece right up here. Everyone knows, right here. This piece is carbon fiber, and this was not a cheap piece, and it does nothing. It's not going to be like I'm saving weight or anything. It was fucking plastic to begin with, but shit, it might even weigh more. So yeah, Anderson composites, no recommendation here. No recommendation. But Audi carbon is good. They make their own carbon. So looking at the RSQ8, just because needed some with a little bit more room. The Y-Stock package in my 911, there's no back seat. There's no nothing. You can't put anything back there. I mean, maybe a towel, some shoes. But I'm kind of over it. You know, it's like one of those things. It's like when you first, I almost fell in that trap. It's like when you first start to get money and you're just like, oh, I want to go buy like a badass car. Like the first one that I bought after the Bitcoin actually was the Audi S5. I drove that for a few months and I'm like, this is too fucking small. And I was just thinking, because like before the RS6 Avant, yes, now that I would take. The only problem with that is the my head rubs on the ceiling on that. Like the way I'm 6'4", about 250 pounds. The SUV series gives more headroom and the seating position is different. But I would do the Avant, the RS6 Avant, in a fucking heartbeat. In fact, they've got one for sale down here in Florida. That's the what's that manufacturer that makes custom Audis? I know someone's gonna say it in the chat. Who makes that custom Audi RS6? Fuck this. I know they call it the RS6R. RS6R. ABT. Or ABD. This thing. Here, I'll show y'all. This has turned into a fucking car stream. I'm gonna start losing viewers too in a minute. This is the apt RS6R Avant. They have a new version of it that just came out, but this is the newest one. This cost about $200,000, and it. At least see if we can get some pictures going here. It's pretty hot. This racks out to be, I think, 840 horsepower. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. But see, this is what I'm talking about. It's like the headroom height is no good. It's just no good for me. And the fact that I don't really want to like bend down to get in a car anymore. Being as tall as I am, it's the perfect way of getting in is in the Raptor. That was wonderful. But having a SUV that I don't have to like bend down in, it's like this is the whole reason why I don't buy Corvettes or fucking Ferraris or stuff like that. It's so hard to get over the fact that you're so uncomfortable that it kind of ruins the experience. If you're on the track though, and I've been on the track, in my 911, all that goes away. But when you drive it on the street, it's just not the same. And, those few times that you take it to the track, it's just not worth it. So I've always been impressed with the Lamborghini Urus and the platform that they use for that car, because it's the underpinning of a lot of other cars, including the RSQ8, the what's the other one, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. It's the same engine, they just juice it around here and there. But how's everybody doing? Everybody interested, or have I lost many? We've lost a few people, so let's get back to the tea. What do y'all want me to talk about now? I've already talked about anus enough. I'm kind of bored over talking about that shit, because if Gundam thinks that's going to be the person that he takes over me, or he fuck me over just to end beef with her, it's like, this is what you get, and I don't want to say anything about it because it's just sad, but any person that asks me, whether it be a larger YouTuber or a smaller YouTuber, I'm going to tell them exactly what I've told here on this stream every single time, because it's just the truth. What we got? Dr. Disrespect, Dankula, and Boogie. What about Boogie? Let's do fucking Boogie. Fuck a Boogie. Because Boogie to me is like one of the dumbest YouTubers, because he actually has had money coming through, has had good revenue coming through, and in certain parts of his life, and he's been able to piss it away the entire time. Oh wait, I'm trying to do read the chat at the same time. Pantaloon Buffoon, curious about your time with Keemstar. When did that end? I worked at Drama Alert. I started working at Drama Alert in May of 07. One of the first things we did was VidCon of 17, when Christian Burns had berated that security guard and told me he was poor and all that stuff. That was one of the first stories that I ever did. And then after that, we just hit the gas with a lot of the Jake Paul content, especially when I was able to get his neighbor across the street. I was able to farm her as a source. So not only did I have like an inside source explaining what was going on, but I also had pictures and audio to a certain extent. So I left in April of 19, but I officially left in like June, because I was still helping out, and then me and Keem had a disagreement. He didn't think he was going to pay me anymore because I was rich, and he was like, this is how it is, y'all. It's like, if you ever have money, like, don't plan on doing work with anyone else, because the first thing that they'll say whenever they fuck you over is like, yeah, but you got money. and it pisses me off, because it's like, what? Just because that I have resources, I have capital, that I am somehow less than, like my work is less than. It's like, that sucks. That's not a good look. It's not a good outlook to have in this game. It just isn't. You can have so many fucking instant revenue streams on doing social media, doing YouTube. You just have to know what the fuck you're doing. You got to go into it. That it's not like like how Anus does it. Like, she's like, well, yeah, I'll just hang around the edges and provide a little work here and there. And when, I can get in and finally get the money, I can get in there and finally get no, what you go in and you explain to them, you go heads up, face to face, say, I've got an idea for this, that, and the other. It'll cost this. We'll take this much time. Let's develop it to the point to see if we can actually want to do it. And then once that part, there are steps to this. It wasn't just one day in January, me and Gundam decided, hey, let's just do a stream. That's not how he works. That's not how I work. So being thrown into this situation where I have to get on stream pretty much for my first time and explain, how somebody fucked me over, how a person that I considered a colleague, a confidant, just fucked me over, mainly for two reasons. For I'm not having fun anymore, and I want to end the beef with Anus, and at the same time get that money, get your money. I don't like paying you because you're a millionaire. And that's what she said on that thing. You could have put Gundam's avatar up there. He would have said the same thing. That's why I brought it up, because this is how he talked behind the scenes. Joseph Stalin, do you think a meme channel would be profitable on YouTube? No. AI music right now. AI music and pictures before they shut that down. That's the hotness right now. Streaming as well. Streaming right now is the super hotness if you have the chops for it, which it is totally different than doing a produced video or doing an edited video. It's a totally different mind space. It's a totally different subject matter. It's more along the lines of like linear TV. So what I've seen in the short time that I was doing it is that you wanted to have a few things. You wanted to have specific time and date that everyone knew and associated with your show. That way that even if they were like, when's the next show? They would know it's always on Wednesday and it's always on 5. One of the things that Friday Night Tights had going for it from the beginning was it actually names the day that it's live. And it may seem stupid, but you got to remember that you're dealing with just John Q. Public. And a lot of the times they're not going to say the exact name of something. They might have a word or two, and they might be able to, search and find it or find it through recommended. But a lot of the people that people that are around my age that I tell them I work on YouTube, I always do this test where I give them my channel name, or I give them my other channel or one of my channel names, and I'll see if they can find it without my help. If they can find it without my help, then that person is a little bit learned in YouTube and you could probably have a conversation. If they can't, then those are the people that might watch just random videos and, they're not YouTube people, but they glance on videos from now and again. I'm not making content for those people. I like making content for the people that know about YouTube, that know, the history of some of the shit that's gone down within the last 15 years. Because I'm one of those people. I've been in the background of a lot of larger stories, and I've seen it from a lot of different angles. I'll name a couple of people I work for. We all know Keem, Gundam, the voiceover Pete. I think that's his name. A couple other gaming people I don't have to name right now. John Swan. I tried to break John Swan as a entity back when I was doing the PNN before that kind of fucked up. But look at it, Drifter 2020 say he needs a boogie. Okay, I'm getting off into reminiscing right now. YouTube algorithm recommended me when you went. Well, that's good. At least somebody did. I got some good numbers on those streams. I really appreciate y'all doing everything, coming out and supporting, because I know that I don't want people to think I'm trying to crush Gundam or anything. I have beef with him for how he did me, and these things that I say about other channels that he said, they're 100% true. And if anyone wants to call me a liar, they can do it. And you see what happens when people call me a liar. It's like, I'll address it. But let's go ahead and go into the Boogie. The Boogie. The Boogie. Hey, Boogie. Boogie. Hey, Boogie. People say I sound like Mr. Metokur sometimes. I don't hear it. Give me a second, guys. Let me refocus myself where I'm at. Okay, there it is. Don't you hate it when like a screen jumps around and you can't find it? Oh, where is Optimus had a great thread on it, but I guess we can go ahead and start with CoffeeZilla. Yeah, Boogie and CoffeeZilla. There we go. CoffeeZilla caught up with Boogie after Boogie got an offer for $10,000 to promote a shit meme coin type situation. And one of his oh no, I thought you say they were about to. What's popping? What's popping, Mad Wolf? What's cracking? Cracking. Yeah, this whole thing about Boogie saying like, "Oh, I only did this as a meme. I only did this as whatever." Everyone knows. Everyone that's been doing this job knows if someone shows up with a check for 10K and they're talking about crypto, or they're talking about CBD, or they're talking about gambling, those things. Those are the worst ad sponsors to take, period, point blank. And for Boogie not to know that this 10K was for a pump and dump crypto scam after all the money he's lost, I don't believe that for 1 minute. It would do better if he just came out and said, "Look, everybody, I just needed the fucking money. And you can buy the shit or not. It's your money, but I needed this money. And it's not like I give a shit about this fucking channel anymore because I fucked them over all the time anyway. I practically begged them last year after I lost all my money, dumping it from Ethereum into fucking shitball. And I lost everything. So if you have a couple extra bucks, just give it to your old pal Boogie over here. Welcome to the sub club." I mean, fucking for real. And then the point where he's like, "Yeah, I thought some millionaire crypto bros would get into it and buy it." Hey, Boogie, technically I'm a millionaire crypto bro, and I don't give a fuck about that shit. And neither does anyone else with more than fucking $5 in their Coinbase account. I mean, really, that's insulting. I've been buying and selling Bitcoin since fucking 2012. And he thinks that just because he made a stupid video with his with his little preteen girlfriend that I'm going to be like, "Yeah, I got to invest in Boogie Coin." And then what's fucked up about it is it has like a $3 million cap. Hold on, let's just play this because this is the part where, because I'm getting too worked up. I'm getting too fucking worked up over this fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, you've informed me of that, and I'm very sorry for that. I hope people listened. I hope people heard what I had to say. I hope people remembered, like, you're buying into a community that's there to make fun of me for losing my ass. That's the entire point of the community. You're supposed to, as a crypto bro, come in and maybe you throw me a bone because you know I have medical bills and shit to pay. But that's for millionaires. I want multi-millionaires who made more
They're
money.
really not.
What, you want multimillionaires to foot your fucking bill? Is that what you're saying? You want the dudes that are out here that actually made money to foot your bill because you lost all your fucking money in pussy and dumb decisions? That's what you want? You want someone else? You want someone else to bail you out, huh? After all the money that's run through the Boogie 2988 empire, millions, chat, millions, in and out, and he still doesn't own his home. Not only does he not own his home, but he rents it out to like 2 other people. Motherfucker's 60 years old. He's got 2 other roommates with a girl. I mean, at what point do you just say, "Look, I'm fucked. I might as well just burn this shit to the ground and get as much money as I can off of it." Or hell, use that same character that you did and just be that guy from now on. But you can't because you're a cream puff pussy that does anything anyone else tells you and will fucking bend over for $1 in a heartbeat. Let's continue.
Throwing you a bone, though. They're throwing the people who paid you a bone. Like, the people who are investing in this coin are enriching not you the most, but the people who paid you. And that's the whole grift. It's like, people are getting celebrities to rent out their reputations to milk them for all they're worth.
But you're just...
Oh, yeah. I mentioned that he squandered it because he did. He squandered it on prostitutes. And I'm telling y'all, I can remember the first time that we got word when I was working at Drum Alert that Boogie was hiring hookers. Because what they would do is once they broke up, they would get online and they would talk about it. But most of them didn't have a lot of traction. There was one girl though that did. And once we figured out that she was true and that she was a call girl, then we were like, well, goddamn, I guess Boogie's just hiring hookers now after his wife left him. I don't think it got reported on Drama Alert at that time because it was a personal issue, and I don't think Keem wanted to push Boogie over the edge and expose him like that, because I don't know where people get like this Mr. Rogers of the internet kind of shit. I've always kind of seen him as a fucked up person. But Keem didn't go that hard on him then. Now, I mean, it's open season on this asshole. So how old was this? When I found out, beginning of 2018, right after he divorced his wife, whenever that was. Wasn't maybe 6 months. Because I remarked, I was like, well, maybe that's why they broke up, because he was fucking hookers on the side. And I mean, that's a turn, right? That's a Breaking Bad turn that most people don't do. Like, some people might cheat on their spouse, meet someone, cheat, old girlfriend, old boyfriend. It's another thing to like pay a woman to fellatiate you because you're an extremely large man, and it's so disturbing and so emotionally distressing for them that they literally leave the oldest business in the world because they can't take it anymore, because this is their lowest point. This is their rock bottom. Whenever they go back and they think about how bad they have it in the day, what makes them happy? Thinking about the time that they don't have to be underneath your gun, playing with your balls and jerking you off with 2 fingers. Let's continue.
Describing, I charge for memberships on YouTube. YouTube takes half. You're talking about.
I missed the good stuff. Oh yeah, I want to play that piece. What part? When you go back to, let's go back to right as soon as he starts talking.
That is a scam, a pump and dump. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I don't think it's a pump and dump. It is a meme coin.
It's literally from a thing called Pump.Fun. What are you talking about?
I never knew who Pump.Fun was until today.
Well, that's what you tweeted. That's what you tweeted. You said, "Oh, we're gonna break."
But I learned about it today, so I also tweeted about it today. Try to find a time I tweeted about it before today. You won't, because I just found out that I didn't know who this company is or these people I'm working with, other than they referred to me by Afro Man's manager.
Right, but you said before you posted the pump and dump, you said we're going to crush the internet, Pump.Fun. You didn't realize at that point you're doing a pump and dump, that you're getting paid.
Let me address this. I heard about this earlier today. I think it was Count Dankula that said, is it true that Team YouTube will demonetize your video if the word fucking is even used once? I have not heard that. The only thing I've ever heard, especially when you're talking about monetization on a stream or in a video, is for a video, it's first minute. They might have even taken that away. Last I heard that they were allowing cuss words and you didn't have to have that buffer zone. But in live streaming, if you don't cuss within the first few minutes, it's not because the algorithm's going to, go back and say, oh, you didn't cuss in 7 minutes, so you made it good. No, it's that the moderator might only come for the first few minutes and then they just leave. The moderator bot. So, yeah, I don't know where that came from. I tried to find out where exactly. Side scrollers mentioned it today. Is there an article or something like that's more like official? Some from like the YouTube blog. I know they have a channel that it was the one that H3H3 shouted out back in the day. YouTube creators. That was the one that was talking about a lot of the cussing. And let me see. I'm gonna play. I'll play this while I look for that, just so y'all.
Paid by insiders to do this?
Well, not really, because again, if you watch the video that I launched this with, The entire video, the entire bit, the entire joke is I lost all of my money in crypto.
But I'm here to tell you the truth and the hacks to help you break free from the matrix so you can be a brokey like me. True happiness comes from a goldfish, from the same woman a couple of nights a month, and the occasional meme coin. Fatty for life.
Here's my shit coin. If you want to be broke too, buy my shit coin. That's what I say in my tweets.
What's the joke about you getting paid to do this, though, and asking people to invest in this coin? I mean, what's the joke exactly? You know people are going to invest. That's why you're.
Right. Okay. Can you DM it to me? And if it's from Count Dankula, I've seen that. But if it, like I said, if it's some sort of official, it's from Team YouTube or Tube Filter or somebody that it would be a little bit more in the know. Then that'd be cool. That seems like such a specific rule change. Like just fucking. Is it just the word fucking that they are enforcing to where you can't say fucking anymore now on anything monetized? Like I don't know. Maybe YouTube could do anything. Seems like a little bit of an overreach and a little bit too detailed, too granular. But they've done crazier shit. I mean, even when they designed the whole demonetization system, I remember the first few months that it was implemented, it was a fucking shit show. And that's the reason why a lot of Drama Alert's content took off, because it was a new YouTube. After when did Wall Street Journal run that story? They ran it on Valentine's of 17. So I think it was around August, maybe July, where YouTube came back online with the monetization program without premium monetization, without the premium YouTube preferred. And that's also when they developed the super chat too. They started with the whole system where you could be demonetized, because like before then there was a few short videos I was able to look at before they had that, and like trust me, you could upload anything you wanted, did not matter, anything, and they would, as long as you're in the partner program, they would pay you for it, and a lot too. That's one of the reasons why people didn't talk about it back in the day. They were making so much money, but it was you had to be in the know. And that's one of the reasons why Darkside Phil was one of the first people, because he's just like a little rat roach that sniffs out, easy ways to make money. Like it's just nothing. It's like he's so lazy. It's almost like a divining rod for laziness for money. How many jobs do I think it would take to knock out Boogie? Oh, jabs. How many jabs it would take? One straight, right in the nose, just pow. Right in the nose, kind of like get them all disoriented and eyes, watery and shit. And then come with the quick uppercut, left cross, and then come down with that right. It's good night, Emery. Okay, so let's get back to the flogging that CoffeeZilla is giving.
Getting paid.
Boogie.
You know that.
I thought people would buy one coin to come onto the server and hang out and fuck around. That's what I thought. That's my understanding, and that was the point. When they were pitching this to me, they're like, don't be like Logan Paul. Don't be these other people. We want you active in the community. We want you to talk. We want you to be there. This is your community. Be part of it. And so it seems very easy for me to do this with another company to collect.
You are asking people to invest in a financial product, not just a community, right? You understand that. This is not like, hey, pay $1 and you get access to my community. People think that they're going to make money. That is why there's $3 million of trading volume on this little shitcoin that you just promoted.
Well,
Look at $3 million, chat. What that means is $3 million has been circulated buying this piece of shit. Real money, whether it be, trade up crypto or whatever. At some point, this thing was valuated in the US dollar at $3 million. $3 million cap. That means $3 million is circulated through this fucking bullshit. So 2% of that 20, 40. I don't know. It depends. That little 2% he says he has, the coin has plummeted, so it's not really worth fuck all now. You had to be the first people out. But yeah, just I don't understand. Who are these people that are spending this money? Even if it's like $50, $100, it's like you might as well know that you're just throwing that in the trash. I don't get it.
I told them they won't make money. I literally told you you'll go broke buying this coin.
You can't
I literally
think
in the tweets and in the videos, I said, don't buy this coin. You'll go broke. If you want to be broke like me, buy this coin.
there's literally
That's the greatest marketing pitch I've ever heard in my entire life. You want to go broke? You buy this shit, boy. Guaranteed to put you on the street. And I'm not talking about on the street. I'm talking about in the street.
no way you believe you're going to get paid $10,000 for something, and those people aren't expecting a greater return on their investment. This is how meme coins work.
Their money back, but I mean, there are plenty of companies that I've worked with that are just there to get their name out, and they're glad to make their money back, or even spend the money to get name recognition. I can name.
Okay, now this is retarded. This is how you know you're not dealing with someone that has a business mind or even done anything with business. This is how you know that this person has just been presented money all the time. Like they've never developed something to make money. They've been presented money. I make a few videos on YouTube. YouTube presents me with a check. These crypto bros want to use my name and my image to pump this scheme to all my fans. It's going to, they give me $10,000. It's just presented to him. He didn't go out. He didn't solicit these offers. It wasn't like, man, I looked at 3 or 4 different companies and decided that fucking Fatty Coin was the best. They've got a great developer. He knows full stack. That you can rely on Fatty Coin. This is, and he should have put this like in bold letters. He's like, this is novelty product only. They should have, expressed that 100%. That's how that other place that selling that land, those square feet of land. Oh, what's the name of that shit? We were fucked up with it with Gundam. Somebody in the chat will know. The Irish scam that they would sell like a lot of land and they call you like sir or a lord or something like that. Established titles. Thank you. Yes. Gundam was sponsored by that shit. And we had to, distance ourselves from that scam. But they were very clearly labeled as, it's a novelty product. They just had really, really shady business practices. But this whole thing about, sponsoring a Fatty Coin, it's 2024, bro. It's like, it's not 21. The Biden bucks are dead. Like there's these magical crypto bros. While there's this $3 million is very surprising, it's not that surprising when you know that he has such a large audience. And, you get 10,000 people to put in $100. That's $1,000. Well, there's some people out there wasting their fucking money, man.
Name a dozen.
These people are spending money to get pump.fun meme coin name recognition.
I presume.
Let me explain how this works,
know why
Boogie.
else they would
Let me explain how this works. Pump.fun is a place where a lot of things happen, but celebrities will launch meme coins. How it works is insiders pay them for their brand to juice it for all it's worth. They buy in early. They have the influencer promote it. The price jumps up because no matter what the influencer says, the attention gets people to put money in the stupid project, no matter how much you tell them, oh, it's a meme, guys. It's just a joke. It's just a fun little joke. They're going to put their money in because they like you, and they're going to get rugged. They're going to get destroyed by the insiders who got in early on the coin. They have all the advantage because they got in early. All your fans have the disadvantage because they got in late. These coins always spike at the beginning. They always die. You think you're going to be around this community for a long time. You're not. Within 6 months, this thing is going to be dead.
And I'll put money on it. Probably sooner than that. Maybe by the end of this month. And the thing is, like, Boogie knows this. He's not that stupid that he doesn't know this, because I know for a fact that he has contracts. He has a lawyer. You know, he doesn't have an agent. I don't think he doesn't work for an agent. He doesn't have an agency, because no agency in their right mind would ever present this as a fucking viable option for a YouTuber, for any creator. But yeah, this is some fucking fly by night shit where the check, all he had to do was say the check cleared, man. The fucking check cleared. I don't really care about YouTube anymore, you know. Or get on there and be like, man, I'm going to, you know, do a lot for this coin or whatever. No, you're not. We know you're not. You're going to fucking cry about how it's hard for you. It's hard for a pimp and you can't make it and you need money to give her, keep your girlfriend in fucking Barbie doll panties. And you got to have, you know, money for the pizza party and extra Cokes, and the paper plates are expensive. And, you know, Bill and Sam are back there jerking off in socks. You know, everyone is getting real close to getting Social Security. They're all roommates in this house that, you know, I've seen on camera. I don't know, 300,000-400,000 at most. And we're talking about they probably bought this thing like sub 2010. So it could be like below 300. It could be like 220. And the whole time, what he does is he'll pay off some of it and then he'll mortgage the motherfucker back, you know, or second mortgage, or dump it back out, grab that equity, pull it right back out, you know, because fuck that. If DSP could do it, DSP would do it. DSP probably got about $120,000 saved up in equity in his snort fort. But he knows as soon as he takes $1 out of there, they're going to change the interest rate to fucking 10. And he got in probably like around 4. Nah, 2. 2 to 4, somewhere in there. Because me and Gundam had these discussions about, you know, kind of guessing what Phil's revenue would be on YouTube, because he had so many videos. It's kind of hard to check. But it 500,000 views a month. That probably is about $2,000. And that would take care of somebody's mortgage payment, car payment, insurance, you know, all his adult style bills. So he's probably relying on the fact that YouTube is going to be his pension. And the fact that having, I think he has 16,000 videos up there. I mean, just think, like, if you got $1 video every month, every one of those videos, $1 video for the rest of your life, that's huge. But of course, he doesn't make $1 video. He might make a penny, 3 pennies. You know, no one watches all his views. He has sub 4-digit views. It's like, you got to have tens of thousands of those to make any kind of money. It's like you're literally scaling it yourself from the lowest denominator. Like, if he actually gave a shit and wanted to get a manager in there to kind of fucking put shit in order, he could probably make some money, but he would have to collab with people 100%. Wouldn't have to go on their stream like screensavers, side scrollers, but you would have to start branching off. And then that's the same thing that happened with Gundam. Soon we put them on stream, started slow, started going fast. Everybody heard about it, and we didn't do any advertising. Everyone started to like the show, and it became a thing. You know, just takes a little push. He still owes everything on the house based on Kayla Hammer. Well, I mean, damn, if he still owes everything, then what did he do for the last 10 years? He put the money in, he took it out. Put the money in, he took it out. You know, that's just how that's how people that don't understand interest and don't understand finance, that's how they do. They look at the line, they say, oh, it's only $1,400 a month for this Tahoe. Yeah, but it's for 80 months, man. But it's only $1,400 a month. I can afford that right now. There you go. I don't think Keem owns Boogie's house yet, but he probably will. Keem's good with real estate. Both him and I have made very good money on real estate and Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin was great, especially during the pandemic. But I mean, even after the pandemic, I gave Gundam the big tip when it was like at 25, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is crypto crash." I was like, I was like, anything sub 30 from now on will be a buy because it won't go that lower after the halving of 2024. It's like it'll never go below 60 probably. I kept telling him like, just buy some, buy some. I actually talked myself into buying some. He always wanted to buy some. He was like, I've got money. I can make some money. Buy some. Oh, I forgot. Nah, I forgot. But okay, we'll do it this weekend. I forgot. What do you mean you forgot? I'm telling you, I'm starting to feel bad. I'm telling you, every day. Buy just a little bit. $1,000. The shit you were going to spend on shit, just fucking buy that and see the percentage difference. But that's the thing when you're talking about percentages to people. It's all about the money you put in. So you sit there, oh, I got 10% return on $1,000, $100. They're like, that's not really a lot of money. Well, in relation to how much you put in, it's 10%. It's literally math. Do I buy the whole Satoshi, that whole story? I've read many articles. I remember researching it way back in the day. The first time I even learned about Bitcoin was it was two things. It was somebody had told me about gambling and I'd seen it, but I didn't understand what it was. I seen the symbol. And then the second person told me that they had bought weed off this place called the Silk Road. And I was like, what? And they showed me about, I knew how the onion router worked, how all that shit worked. I knew about the dark web and I knew that there was stuff like this, but I didn't know there was like such a clean interface. And the first time I saw someone go on Silk Road and how it worked and the actual process that you had to do in order to get Bitcoin was really weird. You had to, what I did, this is what I did, and you could not do this any longer. So I don't mind talking about it. There was a website that was called Vyrox. I think that was Wyrox. Either WIR rocks, something like that. And they would take PayPal to buy Bitcoin straight up. So what you could do is you could go into like any Walmart or whatever and buy those green dot cards. Because again, this is like 2012, 2013, right in between there. So you go in and you buy a green dot that's the PayPal green dot. Like they had all different kind of brands. But if you buy the PayPal one, you would that would be PayPal money, basically. So you load up your money onto it. And at the time, Bitcoin was $75 a coin. And it was fluctuating. It was starting to go up. The first one I ever bought was 75. I bought two more after that, and they were like 100. Then I was off to the races after that, and they never went below 100 again. And they would go up to, 200. Well, the first time that I ever know that you could make money off of it was I forgot I had money in there in Wyrox. And all of a sudden, there's news articles saying, oh, it spiked to 1,200. And I was like, what? I think I got a little bit of change out of the last time we used it. So I wonder how much that's worth. Yeah. Yeah. I look in my account at Wyrox and the little bit it was like 0.2, something like that. It was a couple $100, not bad, but it was like one of the first times that I was like, damn, this actually makes money rather than, to me, I just thought of it like as dark money. Like, you would be prepared to lose this. Like, don't think that you're going to be getting anything out of this because this is all underground. This is all shady, So whatever money you put in here, don't expect that you'll get anything for it or anything back. So getting, almost all your money back, it was surprising. So from that point on, I was just like, oh, I know about Bitcoin. And I know how to buy it too. That was another thing. Buying it and storing it in those early days, you had to do some research. There was not a lot of videos. There was one web page that had the outline I just explained to y'all how to buy through PayPal. Somebody had written it and just posted it somewhere. And I swear, if I could find this thing, I bet you the page counter has millions, because it was such an ingenious plan when for the first, while they didn't know that what Bitcoin was. It was just like the government didn't know. They didn't know what any of it was. It was amazing. So here, I'm going to show the latest for Bitcoin, and I'll there have been a couple people that asked me about my trades, and I don't like talking about like what I look for when I'm looking to invest in something, but I'll explain how I came about with my largest transaction. It was right, where was it? 21. We need to go pandemic. Yeah, pandemic. Right there. Right around the pandemic, I had done an investment with a broker. I think I might have said this. And I had done like $250,000, opened a $250,000 portfolio with JP Morgan and Chase. This was like at the end of January. And he was like, yeah, everything will be good. Pandemic hits. Took a few weeks, took like 6 weeks, but then the market just fucking fell off a cliff. Ended up losing 30,000, but I pulled that 220 out. And just had it sitting, and it was for investment. Like that was for money for investment. And I didn't trust the market at the time because it was just falling. Looked like the world was crashing. So in my mind, I was like, what kind of storage of money do I have if the world just goes to shit? What would you use? And I said like, well, Bitcoin, but if we lose power, then we're fucked. But Bitcoin at this point was like, it's pretty cheap. It's kind of come down a little bit. It was like at 5,000. That had come down from its high from right around, I think it was 15, 16, 20,000. That's what the high was back in 17. So around this part of the time, it's like people were buying Bitcoin, but it had fallen because of the pandemic. So we went all the way down to 5,100. Ended up buying, I think it was 25 coins at 51 or 5,400, and that was a lot of money. That was scary. Like spending that kind of money on Bitcoin, where you didn't know if you were not going to get it back. Like it just could have anything could have happened, because we're also in the pandemic. So I'd held on to it up until about this point right here, which was Christmas. That's right. At Christmas, I had already moved to Florida by this time, and I was staying in an Airbnb. I was about to buy the actual Airbnb. My voice cracked. I was about to buy the actual Airbnb that I was staying in because it was like an upstairs, downstairs, 4-bedroom, 4-bath beach home. Wasn't on the beach, but it was close to it. And I wanted to buy it because it wasn't that expensive. And at this point, once it hit like around 20, I was like, well, okay, now I've 4 times my money pretty much, and that will pay for this building that I'm living in now. So I went ahead and I bought it. I'm not going to tell y'all how much I bought it, but it wasn't cheap. And then I see it for the next couple of months. I see it shoot up, and once it hits that 60, that first time it hit 60 right there in March, I thought it was keep going to 100. Like I was like all in. And by this time I also picked up like another 2 or 3 coins in the interim for here and there. So I think like I had a lot, almost had 30. And then it went back down, and I got scared. I was like, oh man, I think it's not gonna. I don't want to lose all this money. I want to go ahead and cash out now. So luckily, I hit it 60. That it bumped back up like the next couple of days, because I remember this week right here. Yeah, I remember that week. Because I was going to do it that day, and I was like, well, I'm going to wait. So it had an extra. So I hit it 60 for like, I think I sold 24. So whatever 60 times 24 is, I think I ended up clearing about $1 million when it all, after it's all said and done, when you took out tax and fees and stuff. Let me see. I forget how much it was, but I do remember the number. Yeah, one and a half, and then they took about 400,000, and I still kept 3 coins. And then then after that, like that's when we had the crypto. It dipped. We're in the middle of the pandemic. It hit real low after that, and I was like, yes, fucking, oh my God, I thank God, because if I would have waited, a few more weeks, look at this, half of its value, boom, 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 half of its value. And I forget when Boogie had jumped in, but he had jumped in at like one of those points where it's like here, and then sold it here. And just totally got wiped the fuck out. Because people, when they buy and sell, one of the things is you have to remember to sell. You can buy all of them at a great price. You got to sell for profit. I tell people, it's not a collector's item. It has to be sold. So you can sell it whenever you want to, but it has to be sold. That's why a lot of people get fucked, because they'll be like, oh, I bought it here at 50,000 and it went up to 64, so I'm in good. I've made a 20% return, and then you lose your 20% return, and then you're like, well, maybe it'll go back up. Then we're losing, and it comes to that point where it's like you have to be the person to say, I'm going to short my losses, and I'm just going to fucking pack up shop and go. Because if I would have just sat there and let that broker just have my account the entire time, I would have lost by the time that they hit the bottom on the market, which was like around 17. It went from like 30 to 17,000 in like a span of 2 weeks. I would have lost exactly half my money, maybe more than half. So that half that I was going to lose anyway, that's what I figured I would put into the Bitcoin. And luckily, I knew that we were in a pandemic situation. And once they started giving out that free money, I knew it was like, we're in fucking business, baby. Even this time around, like I did another purchase the other day. Like when I bought, and I was telling Gundam to buy, I bought around this time, right about 35,000, 36. And I mean, what are we at now? 62. I think I got 5.7 left. So, I mean, you got to sell. It's buy, sell. It's the other side of the process. You just can't hold on to it forever. Blue chips, you hold on to. Bitcoin is not regulated. You do not want to keep your money in there for long. If you want to go long, make sure the money that you got in there is your profit. But, okay, well, let's get back to, everybody still want to watch Boogie's crypto scam? Type 1 in the chat if you still want to keep watching Boogie's bullshit. We still got about 178 watching right now. I really appreciate y'all coming out on this July 1st. If you haven't hit the like button, or if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Like I said, this is the newest show that's been born out of the latest canceled show. So, okay. All right, we're going to continue. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll chill with y'all. I'm here right now. I've got Lucy with me. We had dinner earlier, so I'm might have to step out for a smoke break in a little bit, but I'm down to hang out. Whoever wants to hang out.
If the community is dead, I won't have anybody to talk to.
Exactly.
So
there it is.
Left the server, but if there's people to talk to, I'll talk to them. Why wouldn't I?
Because you got paid up front.
Sure.
Okay.
Brother, I don't know if you understand what my life is like right now, but I have so much free time that I spend a lot of it on my Discord now because I'm just bored out of my mind.
I'm so bored that I needed to fuck people over. I need to fuck my audience over. What can I do today? Well, I could go mow the lawn, but then I'd probably die. I know. Let me jump on Discord and talk with a bunch of 20-year-olds about how we could fuck over the remainder of the small audience that I have left.
I don't have places to go. I don't have money to spend.
And
Unless you're a
I looked at
hooker.
his
Oh,
Twitter
man, I fucked it. I fucking hucked it.
coin as people buy in. They're going to use whatever's worth.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Celebrities will launch meme coins. How it works is
Where are we at?
I said, don't buy this coin. You'll go broke. If you want to be broke like me, buy this.
no matter how much
I know
you
that.
tell
There we
them,
go.
oh, it's a meme, guys. It's just a joke. It's just a fun little joke. They're going to put their money in because they like you. And they're going to get rugged. They're going to get destroyed by the insiders who got in early on the coin. They have all the advantage because they got in early. All your fans have the disadvantage because they got in late. These coins always.
I've thought about that. For right now, though, I want to concentrate on my performance. In the future, I wouldn't mind doing. I love doing shows with other people. I feel kind of lonely not having anyone to talk to. You know, it's just me talking kind of like to myself. So yeah, I'm totally down with it. But for this channel, for this show, after content, working title, it's just going to be me, just so I can have a place to go where everyone knows that this is me. But yeah, but it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Spike at the beginning. They always die. You think you're going to be around this community for a long time. You're not. Within 6 months.
Out to make my polycythemia vera any worse.
Thank you,
How much did you get paid
euthanasia.
for this total?
I was given $5,000 up front with a promise of $5,000 on the back end after a week of coming on the Telegram, doing some live streams, doing some tweets about it, and all along the ways talking about how it's a shit coin that'll make you go broke.
You know why they tell you to do it for a week, right? That's how much time they need to get out of the coin. They're going to slowly drain the coin as people buy in. They're going to use whatever's worth of your name to dump on your fans. You know that.
Well, if you're telling me that, I believe you.
That's how meme coins work. I told you in DMs not to do this.
What is it with these YouTubers that they're just so helpless? Like a lot of these people that I've met that are YouTubers, with the exception of Keemstar. Keemstar's normal, and he's a legitimate celebrity. But YouTubers that have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they might do really great content, but they just don't have any fucking common sense. They have no common sense, and most of them don't have any financial discipline whatsoever. They think that the money's just going to keep rolling in, or big money gets to be spent for big things, which it doesn't work like that. That's a horrible outlook to have when you have money that's like windfall money. You need to design an engine that pays you off that money for the rest of your life. You need to live inside that world instead of, if you were one of those people that got like $10 million of the lottery, everyone thinks, I'll just go buy houses and cars and all this stuff. No, what you need to do is go buy a nice house, $1 million house, a couple cars, pay them all off, furnish your house, take $8 million, put it in a CD for 5 points. Guess how much money you make every year? $400,000. Then you got to go ahead and, put your tax on that 100%. But, you could have bought figurines. You could have taken all that money and bought clay. And, and then think that they appreciate in some way. Yeah, the golden monetization days, I'm telling you, if they could go back to those days, I'd say that the entire United States would lose productivity because everyone would just be a YouTuber. It was such a guarded secret back in like 13 and 14, how much these YouTubers were making. And then all of a sudden you see these things about PewDiePie, millions of dollars playing video games, made millions of dollars on YouTube, millions of dollars. Well, now, there's more than 2,000 channels in the world that have more than 100,000 subscribers. You know, we have more people connected to YouTube than any time ever. The advertising money is diluted. It's way gone. It's not what it used to be. Partly because the analytics that they look back in the day, what they were looking for was more just like straight up views, like just straight views. Like this number is bigger, that is better. Nowadays they have a way, especially in YouTube Preferred, when they're doing advertiser picks, like they're separating your content for advertisers to put their ad space on. They're doing that P score, which I can explain to y'all what P score is, because I actually I'm one of the 4 people that not discovered it, but discovered how it worked. But I'll show y'all that if we've got time.
You came to me because you were about to launch this coin.
It was launched. You told me after my first tweet. I literally said to you, the question before that was like, hey man, can we talk real quick? You said, don't do it. I said, I have some questions. And you said, don't do it. But at that point today, it was already too late. The first tweet was out. And
No. There was no contract. There was no video out.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts. I used it to pay medical debts. So
You didn't have to tweet that tweet. You didn't have to tweet it out. You said you did the pre-announcement.
You see what I mean, Chad, about money coming in, money going out? Didn't even hang out in a bank account. That shit was probably in cash. And he had a breakdown. Boogie actually gave a breakdown of what he spent out of that $5,000 initial payment, which he's saying that he was given $5,000 up front and $5,000 at the end of the week when he was doing, whatever contractual obligations he had to do. Okay, yeah, here it is. Let me just take down Coffee for a minute and put up Boogie. Boogie also deleted a lot of his tweets over the weekend, sparking out. But this is how he audited himself. He says 500 of the 5,000 was spent on the weight loss drug. Another 1,000 went to pay debts. 160 for more meds. 500 debts. 550 to restart insurance. So that's debts. The rest is set aside for a colonoscopy, bone density test, bone marrow biopsy. But yes, 500 was spent on weight loss meds, weight loss to do this, that, and the other, and other words. But yeah, I mean, that was spent. And it's not like he has tens of thousands of dollars in the bank where this 10,000 can be easily replaced because he's a responsible adult that has worked on YouTube with brands, with large brands, for many, many years before he became an official locale. He has assets. He has touched hundreds of thousands of dollars and spent just as much on women going to fucking Disney World or having a special school or whatever. But he knows money. And this Babe in the Woods act about money, it's just another one of those things like when DSP cries poor, or, Gundam might say, I don't make enough money. When those two people make 6 figures, and if you, this person listening to me right now, if I was to give you a job that you could do from the house, that you would make 6 figures on, that you had to put work into, it's a job, you're going to be doing it, and you're not promised an exact amount, but I can assure you it would be over 6 figures. You'd have to pay tax on it and everything because you're an independent contractor, you're self-employed. But you're not getting out of that anyway. That's just it's a built-in cost. It's baked in. Look at that. See, I got one. We got one on the team. 6-figure salary, sir. You hired. You hired. Yeah. You already want to know that? Look, where do you send the resume? You don't even need a resume. That's how good this job is. On YouTube, anyone can work here. Fuck your resume. You got warrants? Fuck them. You got old charges? Fuck. You got domestic violence? Fuck it. You can come work on YouTube. The only thing you can't do on YouTube is you can't cuss or make fun of Pokemon. So you can't cuss now. You can't say fucking no more. I'm just glad that I don't give a fuck about money on this motherfucker. I could just be me now. I don't have to fit a certain brand or fit a certain box to make a couple of bucks. And like I said, any money that I ever make from this channel, I would just pour back into the channel. It'd be like the petty cash fund for the channel, just so we could use it to do stupid shit. Like, I've got friends back in Birmingham that are real deal straight people, and they could go out to like the hood where all the streetwalkers are, and we can get Boogie on here and get him talking to these real deal hookers, like not the back page call girl. We're talking about some straight street slappers. But let's go ahead and we'll go back to the video. But yeah, you don't need a resume. Not for YouTube. YouTube has the lowest. The bar for YouTube is having a phone. That's basically what you got to have in order to work on YouTube. A fucking phone. And a little bit of talent. You got to be entertaining too. You can't take it too seriously either. Because, I mean, there's not a person that I know that's my age that knows exactly what I do.
Hype thing, and then you sent me a message asking me, oh, I've got some questions. I immediately tell you don't do it. Then you don't listen to me. You say it's too late. I cast the check. Need it for medical bills. Isn't it just a shit coin, a meme? No one's actually going to buy the thing. And then $3 million.
Gummy Bear Chris, I build fences and crap in hot weather. It's fucking hot today. I feel for you, bro. I was talking about that today. I went to go get some fence parts to fix my shit because when my brother gets here with his dogs, they'll just go underneath the fence. So I had to get a new slats. And I was out there working earlier today, and it's no fun. So that's when people would pay during quality content or donate large sums. I know that these people work hard, and I know that they're adults because we don't have a lot of kids listening to me. They don't give a shit what a 45-year-old, basically retired man has to say. But older people around my age like to discuss these things because these are the things that happen in our world. These are the things that happen in people that are working, guys that are trucking, guys that are out there doing the long haul, dudes that are out there, mechanics. Like I worked in a shop for all my life, most of my life. I managed shops before. That's a special breed. And those guys, they might not be doctors, but they are just as good with their skills as anyone I've ever seen in different aspects. Guys that are racing, guys that are doing car audio. I've seen all of them. And I respect the talent because, it takes a long time to make these projects come together. To have something on a page or to come up with something in your head and then for it to be a reality right in front of you, that's an amazing thing. I mean, anyone can do that.
$1 worth of trading volume happened.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, obviously.
You know who was expecting that? The people who paid you.
I obviously don't want anybody to lose money. I thought there was going to be some trading. I thought people would buy enough coins to join the community and come and fuck around and have fun. I thought they might spend a little bit of money like they do on Cameo or Patreon or OnlyFans to have some personal interaction. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anybody to think they're going to make money from this, especially because I specifically told them, you will not make money from this.
Don't you think it's kind of gross, given that you know firsthand, almost better than anyone, the damage that speculative investments can do, that you would then make money from a speculative investment like this?
I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything.
In the wrong section, Chad. He put it in the wrong section. McJuggernuggets told him to put it in the wrong section. Look, I don't know Jesse Ridgway. I've never met him. Working at Drama Alert, I don't think we really even did a show about him because everything he did was fake anyway, and it was really noticeable too. I don't know why anyone thought that was real. It's like, why would anyone have a cameraman with that good of lighting in a lot of these situations? Even if he was doing it himself, I'm like, yeah, a normal family wouldn't do that, even if your dad was crazy mad. So we had the, we knew that was fake the whole time. And this whole thing, whenever I see him talking about, well, people at Netflix would come up and ask me, is it real? Is it fake? Are you fucking stupid? Anyways, let's continue.
Right, that's why I'm telling people don't make a speculative investment here, because I lost my ass. Like, if you watch the video, hopefully you'll include it in your video, parts of it. But in the video, I talk about how broke I am, how I lost my money on crypto. I talk about, if you want to be broke like me, join my community. And
Right, you're doing a satire of Andrew Tate's crypto coin. That's what you're doing.
Dale, manufacturer worker here, and I've been contemplating a drastic career change at 43. Oof. Oh, well, I understand your trepidation, sir. And manufacturer workers, they are that's a dangerous profession, especially the guys that work on the presses, work on the line. The guys out there, they put life and limb at risk for metal products, for any kind of whatever you're manufacturing, paper products, whatever. But during this time and age, it is so easy to make small amounts of money doing things from home if you learn how that system works and you add value to it. I always tell people, add value where you're at. If you're working for someone, even if you're doing it for free, be valuable to them so that when they need that service again, then you could say, look, I did it for free the first time. I'm going to have to charge you this time, but I've added value. Maybe you pay me 10, but you're making 20 from, so of course we're both making money. Whoops, I hit that. So being able to add value and being indispensable are always the two things that I like to, whenever I'm working in a company or working with people, I like to be indispensable. That way, you're not changed out easily. You're not that cog that can just be easily changed out because you have, you're a good salesperson. You're fast with the build, anything along those lines. Add value.
Okay.
Whereas he's saying join it, make money. I'm saying join it, lose money.
And you think that's okay to then financially tie money for yourself where you could hurt your audience? Do you think that's fine as long as you say, oh, join it and you can lose some money? Even though with your following, people are going to invest in that.
That's why it works. First hit's always free.
I believe that if I got paid to tell you don't buy something, I'll gladly take that money. If I get paid to tell you this might be dangerous for you, invest smartly. Yes, I think I would love to get paid.
You want to know a quick, if y'all can take a 2-minute story, Servo Pedes, I think that's how you might pronounce it. He says, I've got family that I want to bring in from Brazil, before they go full commie. So if YouTube sounds like a good side gig, I'm going to start doing some research. It is. And if you want to look at someone to look to that has done the exact same thing that you're talking about, look to Memology 101. 101 is from South America. I remember when he began to do the DSP stuff, and he wasn't really getting a lot of good money for it. He decided to change his content. He cut his teeth on the DSP stuff. He learned how to edit. He didn't have a big rig. There was even times where I don't think he had electricity during certain times of the day. But he kept at it. He grew a channel, and then he grew his own channel doing mostly politics and blew the fuck up. Today, where he's from, very well-to-do. He's able to take care of his family. I'm not going to tell you where he lives, but they do live very well. And last time I heard, he was making good money. He had a issue with his MCN many years ago about being paid in dollars rather than being paid in his country's currency. So when you're outside of the U.S. in that kind of situation, you have to do a little bit of finagling. But he was able to get past that and still makes a really good living, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, Chris knows. I'm not going to put it up there, but yeah. Yeah. Bought his own house. Yeah. When the really rags to riches story. There was another guy that worked with us at Drama Alert. His name was, oh my God, why do I forget people's names like this? I want to say Ronaldo. Not Ronaldo. He always used to do all the Jake Paul stuff. And we found him on Twitter, and he didn't know any English, but he did know how to write English. You know how to speak it, but you know how to write it. And Keem hired him because he did the best coverage of Drama Alert. I mean, the best coverage of Logan Paul after he moved out of that little house. Because I didn't want to keep doing that the entire time. It's like going after Jake Paul the whole time. I think it's boring. I want to do something new. But yeah, Memology, that's somebody that, you know, check him out. Check out his stuff because he doesn't speak English very well either. But he's able to rule in YouTube in the US YouTube market because his videos transcend language. And most of them are re-edited clips of different stuff. I mean, Vic Berger, kind of the same kind of thing. Just the right-wing Vic Berger, I would put it something like that. Yeah, Jake Paul is Logan Paul is suing CoffeeZilla right now. I have the actual suit, and I was going to talk about it on this show, but I think we're not going to have enough time. We're already at 2 hours, and I only want to do an hour, so I appreciate everybody staying along. But I think we'll save that. If y'all want to do it tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow after the cleaning ladies come, and then my family is not coming until the day after that, so I could do it probably around 6:30 tomorrow. And then if y'all wanted to see the fireworks on July the 4th, then I could film that as well. And you know, because I might take my my travel bag with my laptop and stuff and stream from the beach house. So we'll just see. The cleaning lady, No, these are just the cleaning ladies. I don't like saying maids. But let's go ahead and let's finish this out.
I'd love to be paid to be an example of somebody who lost their ass in crypto and teach people that very important lesson. I think that's a very good lesson to learn.
You think making people lose money, that's a good lesson?
No, I wanted to keep them from doing that. I wanted to get the message out to make sure they didn't. That's the point.
No, what's happening, bro?
As a meme coin, as a joke, as a comedy bit. I thought that it would make people laugh. I thought people.
An investment is never a comedy. Like people who are trying to tie comedy.
Thank you for your comments, by the way. Nugs. I was going to read them earlier. But I don't think we'll have time, but the comments on the past 2 videos, thank you so much. And anyone listening to this, please leave a comment. I read every comment, and I know people say that, oh, read every comment. No, if you got long comments that are novel, I'll read them. I don't respond to them because it was doing that a lot. You know, I've got a verified channel and a live channel, and sometimes I forget which one I'm on at that particular time. But I'm very open. Whatever I can do. If you have a question, I've been working in YouTube so long that I probably could answer that question. If not, I know I could point you to someone that can answer that question or can help you with that. You know, I've even helped YouTube, the team YouTube before. That's why they follow me on Twitter. But yeah, what's up, Nugs? Thank you.
Comedy to investments, it's hilarious.
Make an investment. I didn't expect anybody to make a large investment. Why would they? I told them not to.
Oh yeah, you're the legit. Yeah, that's you were the one that brought up everything, and she said, yeah, Josh is taking 20%. YouTube seconds there. That we just did that a little bit earlier. If you want to go back and check it out. Well, you still got many comments. Still good. I got a good bit of comments on the last two videos. I think I got like 100, 150. And we're running it at like about 200, 170, a little under that for this stream, which is, it's about average. So it's a good start. I'm going to have more content for y'all. That's one of the things that I wanted to express about the show going forward. As soon as I get my avatar together, then I'm going to be doing a little bit more production value because I'll be able to move. You'll be able to see my mouth and my hands and arms and everything. I'm going to go that far. Gundam's avatar didn't do all the hand stuff, but I'm going to be able to do like almost full body. I'm thinking about doing full body. But yeah, if everyone is interested in hearing me talk more about YouTube stuff or YouTube business or just business in general, just tell me, DM me, leave me a comment down there, and we'll talk about it next stream. Yeah, I can't wait for the avatar to be done either. Ryu Chaos. Couple months, probably a month. It's probably a month, I would say. Like this thing really threw a monkey wrench and everything, and I had to speed up some things. But that's one of the things that I can't speed up. Yeah. And a couple people have done this before. I don't want to think like everyone, like this is the first time anyone's ever thought of it. Like Adonis Paul runs like a semi VTuber. He's not a VTuber model, but he runs like an interview type show. I don't know if he does interviews, but he does do a show. Lucy, I'm here. We'll get out in just a second. I promise. Who else? There's a few other guys, but I do want to put some production value into it where it's like more or less like a YouTube I say late night, it's so cringe, but that kind of feel. Like I have a 2-hour show. It's, structured kind of like how quality content was with the guest, with a little bit of monologuing, with a little bit of, news and stuff like that. Just if I do this, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, couple hours, if y'all like it, then I'll continue to do it. No one wants to see it, then I won't continue to do it. But let's see if I can finally finish through this video. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago?
5 days ago.
Less than a week.
Were you paid in cash or were you paid in like crypto?
Cash, obviously, yeah.
Okay. And you're being...
I hold none of, as far as I know, it's my understanding I hold none of this coins. I don't have any coins in my wallet. It's my understanding they've set aside 2% for me, but I don't have a way to receive that. So I don't know what good that does me. And 2% of nothing I thought was nothing anyway, so who cares?
No, but now the coin is... Your coin that you told no one to buy is being bought, unsurprisingly. And now it is worth something. Are you then going to sell that too? If you get a hold of it, are you going to sell it?
No, I will not sell. I won't be able to get a hold of it. I don't have a wallet anymore.
Well, they can just sell it for you. They can just make money for you. Are you going to take it?
You goddamn right it's going to be a Baby Billy. Uncle Baby Billy's coming, y'all. I even got some different outfits for him. I got some ideas. Maybe like a Pulp Fiction Jules outfit. All kind of shit. Crazy shit.
If I'm being genuine with you, and I do want to be genuine with you and the rest of the internet, I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer, and I very much like not to fuck around with my healthcare too much, but that's something I would genuinely have to consider. And I know that from watching your videos in the past, if I say maybe here, a lot of people are going to take that as a no, and it might end up being a no. So I may as well give you a hard no here because I very, very much need the money. I'm on $1,800 worth of medications right now. I need the money to pay for that. I have a $2,000 a month mortgage. I genuinely would like very much to heat my home. I'd very much like, but I don't want to do it at the price of ripping anybody off. And
that is kind of...
I don't want to do it at the price of ripping everyone off too much. I'm going to pull back a little bit. I'm not going to put the whole dick in them. I'm just going to go like, there you go, like 40%. 50%. I need a little bit more medication. 60%. Look, 70% much dick that's as much dick as I'm gonna put in you. I swear, 80%. That's all you're gonna get. All right, you good with 90%? Cool. Get ready for all this dick.
Of what's happened here, a little bit though. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, you've informed me of that, and I'm very sorry for that. I hope people listened. I hope people heard what I had to say. I hope people remembered, like, you're buying into a community that's there to make fun of me for losing my ass. That's the entire point of the community. You're supposed to, as a crypto bro, come in and maybe you throw me a bone because you know I have medical bills and shit to pay. But that's for millionaires. I want multi-millionaires who make more
They're
money
really
than
not throwing you a bone, though. They're throwing the people who paid you a bone. Like, the people who are investing in this coin are enriching not you the most, but the people who paid you. And that's the whole grift. It's like people are getting celebrities to rent out their reputations to milk them for all they're worth.
He put the whole dick in him so much that he had to get Rakita's Baldo and put the balls in him too. He's like at 185%. God damn, Boogie. Back up out of him, man. Fuck.
But you're describing, I charge for memberships on YouTube. YouTube takes half. You're talking about a grift that every company does on the entire internet.
By the way, YouTube doesn't take half of memberships. They take 30%. So, again, you know, what is it, 18-year YouTuber? So, whatever. It's just money, right, Boogie?
I didn't think it would be an unfair percentage. Otherwise I wouldn't have signed up for it.
No, I'm talking about a pump and dump because this is not some kind of like obvious, oh, this is a membership. This is to make money, right? That's what meme coins are about, making money.
Well, I accept the fact that you're telling me I'm ripping people off, and I accept that that might very well be true, and I don't mean to be. And it was not my intention. My intention was to be a spectacle, as I've always chosen to be on YouTube, for people to look and laugh and realize that I'm the fat, dumb idiot that lost his money in crypto. To drive home the point that crypto is not a smart or safe investment, and you have to be very careful with your money. I said that in the video. I've said that on the Telegram. I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it again here. And I genuinely do not think anybody would think that
this isn't some grand point. You're just making 10K. This is just you making 10K.
I think you can do both. I think you can make a point and get paid to do it.
Sorry,
I think you can do
hold
both.
on 1 second.
Are you getting paid from this video? Will you be making a point in this video?
Am I going to be selling a product? Am I going to be selling a crypto token? No.
I don't know. Will it have an advertisement? I don't know. I don't know how you run your channel these days. I haven't seen you in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you're running ads on this, and I don't know if you have a sponsor, but you might.
Do you think that's the same thing as selling a financial product?
I thought it was going into it. I'm now beginning to believe that you're correct, and it's not.
Okay, now that if you start to believe that I'm correct, are you willing to try to avoid the damage you might do to people by, one, not selling your tokens, and two, maybe giving back the back half of, you said the first half is spent. I don't know if that's true. I'm just trusting you here. But actually giving back the 5K you're going to be making back to the community, locking it, making sure that people aren't going to get hurt further?
No, I'm going to pay my medical bills next month with that last half, and I'm sorry to anybody that's disappointed with that. I have an $1,100 medication plus a $300 medication. I get a bunch of I'm going to buy medicine with it, man. And if people are disappointed with that, I fully understand that. It's a shitty thing to do, and I'm a shitty person for doing it. You can have that opinion. I'm okay with it.
So, I mean, that's about all I want to do with Boogie, just because he's just going to go back and forth about, poor pitiful me, I'm so fucked. But yet he fucked all of his viewers over for $10,000. I mean, that's not even, that's not even a lot of money. You probably make at least, that probably is like maybe a month and a half of working at Locale. I don't know. This shit.
Get fucked.
All the way. Anyone that bought the Biggie token,
Get fucked.
that's straight from Phil too.
Get fucked.
Well, let's take down this bullshit. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about because some people had asked what the hell a Peace score was, and or what the hell I'm talking about when I say Peace score. And for me and 3 other YouTubers figured it out. Let me show y'all this. This is from Tube Filter from 2019. Back in the day, there was one night when I was cruising through Twitter and I saw McJuggernuggets post a screenshot of some code. It just looked like just jumbled code. I didn't know what it was. And he said, hey, right now, if you right click on any YouTube video and hit, I forget what exactly we had to do. It was right click and hit for script or look for the actual script behind the scenes. And once we started looking at it, I noticed that it had this phrase that kept saying P score, or like a P and then a number behind it. And every time that we would change the YouTube channel, that score would change. So I started to do some research in it, and it comes out that this score is called a preference score. And what a preference score is it's not exactly just specific to YouTube. It's basically grading on a curve. So if you've ever been in school and you were graded on a curve, you knew that 10% of the class would get an A, 20% would get a B, 30% would get a C, and then it would come back down, then 20, and then 10, and then da-da-da. So the largest percentage of the score would be the middle, and they would be the average. Now, the way P-score works on YouTube is the top 5% are the channels that go inside of Google's preferred program, advertiser preferred program. And that gets you those huge CPMs. And the way that this is decided is every quarter, the winter quarter, spring, summer, fall, the numbers are redone. So because, you might not fall in the top 5% every month. And it's not just views that you got to be, and it's not just subscribers. There's actually 5 things, and they are: you have to have popularity, or how much watch time is on your content; passion, which is how much your content is engaged with. That's the comments, likes, and the shares; protection, or the content advertiser friendliness, or how you create your content in line with the monetization guidelines; platform, or how often your content is watched on things like smart TVs and other places that aren't a phone. They have more weight. So let's say you have a lot of people watching at home on their smart television. They actually have more weight than someone that is watching on mobile, or someone that is watching on PC. Then last one, and this is controversial: production. That basically what it says, the production quality of your videos. And I've never got a straight answer on how they judge this or what they use in order to determine how production is made, especially like on something like an animated project, or even something that Gundam does. You don't know exactly how much production worth it takes, because all you see is the final product. And it's not, you can't decipher what the shot is, because it's not like we've got a camera crew with a steady shot on an interview with lighting, and you could see all that when you have that shot on screen, and you are used to being a producer or being someone that has been on set, then you know what this is costing to make this shot, what things are involved to make this shot. But when you do it on YouTube, you don't exactly know what we use to make this video, how many people were used to make the video. But we uncovered that, and we started looking at the scores for different videos, and what we wanted to see is if they were gaming the scores. And here's where you can see that the search for transparency is what prompted a group of creators, including reporter Josh Pescator, YouTubers Bo Blacks, Nicholas DiOrio, and Optimus, they looked at the publicly viewable code of YouTube's web pages. And we found instances of different ratings, like credit score rating. It would be akin to a credit score ratings. And the way to throttle, there's actually a certain code or a command that they use to throttle web pages or throttle YouTube channels. It kind of, this research kind of dovetailed with Nerd City. Nerd City had done his video series on channel ratings, and this kind of dovetailed into that. See, these were the commands that you would see if a certain video was throttled because of the ads, throttled for overlay, all different kinds of different ways. Some of the numbers that we had, just to give you an example of how you can judge yourself, the top numbers that I saw were over 1,000. So that would be your most highest P score channels, which include all the late night stuff, all the Fox stuff. Linus Tech Tips was the highest creator-owned channel that I saw, over 1,000. Mr. Beast was right around that name, right around that too, as well as PewDiePie, Will Smith, McJuggernuggets, with the 787. And a lot of people have asked me, like, what's the cutoff? Where is the point where you get into Google preferred? And I'm pretty sure it's right at around 750. It's almost exactly the same as a credit score. And I think they just do that just so it's easy. But most of the people that I looked at right around the 6 to 700 were always channels that would be recommended. They could go either which way. I know Drama Alert had a score. They were in the top 5 for news, but we got fucked over during that the white label controversy when they took the news channels and you had to be white labeled in order to be a designated news source, verified news source. The last thing I'm going to play is Bo Blacks had made a video using the video that YouTube had made for their advertisers, explaining P-score, but they never explained it to the creators. And I thought that was pretty fucked up, because once people understood how YouTube works, it's a lot easier for them to design their content and not waste as much time trying, what works, what doesn't work in this fucking pass-fail type system. But this is from Bo Blacks. This is about 4 years ago.
The algorithm is a word that you guys hear way too often as viewers, and creators have been talking about more and more and more over the past couple years, because whether we like it or not, this completely unknown and mysterious set of code has a large grasp on whether our videos get views or not. We are at the complete mercy of an algorithm that we know nothing about. But recently we've had a breakthrough in information regarding this algorithm. We've almost completely cracked the code. Recently, with the help of Nicholas Diorio, Optimus, and Josh Pescator, I was able to dig up information on not only which channels are favored over others to get their videos promoted through a value called P-score, but I was also able to uncover hidden ratings on individual videos, and whether or not a video is being suppressed by the algorithm due to limited ads. First, let's talk about P-score, because that's actually something that YouTube has shared with us on a video with 8,000 views on their YouTube advertisers channel. I'll let YouTube explain this one.
And by the way, this video is now gone. Once we exposed this, YouTube did two things. They made the code not viewable anymore from public, which was a really big admission of guilt. And they also privated this video, so you can't find this video anymore.
For me,
P-score is a more advanced proprietary algorithm designed to deliver robust channel selection improvements via an array of these 5 sophisticated signals. Popularity is driven by watch time, a proprietary metric that reveals repeat engaged viewership. Passion is based on how engaged an audience is with a channel. It uses several different kinds of signals to understand how often users interact with content. Protection continues to focus on content suitability by combining our latest classifiers with an added layer of validation so that P-score outputs are working for your brand. Platform highlights content that's more frequently watched on large screens, such as TV screens, by a rapidly growing audience of empowered viewers. Production includes content that employs sophisticated camera work and cinematic technique. And since we can access a multitude of proprietary signals that no third parties can, P-score is also proprietary. Popularity, passion, protection, platform, and production. All proprietary signals combine to surface among the most engaging and brand-appropriate content on YouTube across music, beauty and fashion, video gaming, and other key categories. And the P-score is updated regularly. So if there's a new star or breakthrough talent that meets brand suitability and other requirements, the P-score will automatically include them as part of Google Preferred the next time content is refreshed, for your brand to stay relevant with audience interests and behavior.
So yes, P-score is...
And that is how the algorithm judges your content. Now, you can't figure out what your P-score is. I've tried for years. I've never found another way in order to do it. I did my P score when we were doing PNN. It was right around the 585 mark, but I had very low views on there, and the traction wasn't very good. Like I said, you just heard them say, we reevaluate this. It's every quarter that they reevaluate it. Right around every quarter is also when they do new product launch, bug fix. Look for algorithm changes during seasonal changes for a year. But let's listen a little bit of Bo Blacks. I'm not going to do the whole video. We'll just do a little bit more just so y'all understand where I'm coming from.
Is an amalgamation of these 5 characteristics that are used to determine a score for your channel, and based off your channel's score, that is how you will be promoted in the algorithm, since being promoted in the algorithm is directly correlated to the type of ads you get on your videos, which is directly affected by how high your P-score.
Oh, and I wanted to ask this too. David Martinez, you got an ad on my video? I'm not monetized yet. That doesn't matter anymore. Like, YouTube can put ads on anything now. I was just wondering if you got an ad on my video.
Think about it. What type of videos would YouTube want to promote in order to make the most money? Videos that have the most premium ads on them. And how do they determine which channels get those premium ads? It's based on P-score. This is why the system exists. So normally you can't even see your P-score on your channel anywhere. Not in the YouTube analytics page, just nowhere. But through the code of YouTube, we have actually been able to find a way to see every channel's P-score. And the method to do this is actually relatively simple. You guys could do it as well right now. All you have to do is right-click on any video, click on View Page Source, then press Control F and type in Channel P. Next to that, you will see a number usually between 200 and 1000. How do we know?
That's how we found it. I don't know if people can see.
Channel P. Next to that, you will see a number usually between 200 and 1000. How do we know most channels are within this range? Well, me and Nicholas Diorio went through over 200 channels and got the P-score of every single one of them. Here's a couple things we've learned. First off, channel P-scores are based on region. So your channel could have a completely different P-score depending on what country the viewer is watching in. For example, my P-score in the US is 698, but in Canada, it's only 675. Usually the difference between Canada and US, which are the only 2 regions we personally looked at, is that Canada is about 20 to 30 lower, although there's a couple outliers. For example, the NHL has a much higher score in Canada, presumably because hockey is more popular in Canada, so Canadian advertisers are more inclined to promote on a channel like that over the US advertisers. People with 0 to 1000 subs generally have a P-score of around 200 to 300. Channels with P-scores of 400 or 500 are usually around the 10k mark, and then channels with a P-score of 600 to 700 usually have about 100,000 subscribers. Channels with 1 million to 10 million are typically within 800.
There's criticals. This was the end of 2019, so he would have definitely been in YouTube Preferred, either in the US or in Canada. This was with 4 million, and now he has 15.
But some channels we've seen are in the high 700s. And then channels with a 900 plus P-score are usually channels with over 10 million subscribers like PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, Markiplier, stuff like that. And then channels with 1000 P-score are what you would expect, basically YouTube's golden boys, late night talk show hosts like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, news channels like CBC, Fox, BBC, CNN, and then for some reason, Will Smith has over 1,000. We all know how much YouTube likes Will Smith, so no on P-score.
So I'm going to leave it off there because that's about it. Everything else is a little bit more involved. But just to give everybody an idea, if you're looking to get into YouTube, what they are looking for, as far as what the algorithm is looking for, this has nothing to do about what the viewer is looking for. The viewer is a black box. The only way to know what they want is to ask them or for them to tell you. So, but all these things have to work in concert in order to have a quote unquote YouTube business. There are people out there that have YouTube channels that make money. It's different when you have a business, a production business that uses YouTube as your marketing arm as well as a revenue source. That's where Gundam was at in his career. He had made the jump from just single AdSense. That's all he's making is just money off the ads for the videos. He might have taken a sponsorship for himself, like Ridge Wallets. I remember that was one of those first sponsors, but it wasn't an ad. It didn't come through the agency. But then the next level up is when you get an agent, an agency, and they go to the brands and they say, look, we've got this YouTuber that's making 200,000 views a video. We're charging $5,000 for a 60-second ad spot. You can use your B-roll. You can use your copy. The guy will say it out. All the terms are done. Boom. You do a few of those a month. You're talking real money. That's actually better money than the YouTube AdSense money. Selling your, and this is what when you gotta. This is something I have to explain. When you are large enough, and it doesn't have to mean by subscriber. When you are large enough where you are making consistent views, and I'm not talking about one month you made 1 million views and then everything else you made 200,000. When you can make that 1 million views consistently every month, and you have kind of a set schedule of your content that you put out, then you can start going to brands and telling them, saying, I have a track record. And this is my track record for the last year. It doesn't look like it's going to be stopping anytime soon. I, back off of your average like 20-25% to give you that buffer. So if you're making, 100,000 views a video, say I can assure you 75,000. And they will they'll take that under consideration anytime, because what they're looking for is they're looking for ad space. They are looking for a place to put their billboard where the most eyes that are interested in their type of product would see it. It's digital billboards. We're looking for ad space. They're buying time. Gundam, or whoever the YouTuber is, has designed a system to where all these eyes come to this one specific spot. So if you can monetize this spot by using it as an advertising space, then that's unlimited money. The only limit to it is how many views or how many videos can you put up. Do y'all want to watch the Metokur stream? Like, I haven't covered it. There's a pretty good copy. I know he deletes them or puts them in private after he does them. So if y'all want to do, if you want to watch a little Metokur, I've got a little time. We could take a break. If you want to take a break, hit 1. If y'all just want to go to Metokur right now, I'll go straight into it, hit 2. And then the people that are, the Metokur on Boogie one. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The one he just did like on Saturday. Nug saying, let's go to Metokur. We got 2s. Cryptid was 2. We're getting a lot of 2s, I guess. All right. Yeah, looks like 2s. Looks like the 2s got it. There's 1. Oh, 7. Ooh. No, I don't need a break. I don't want to take a break and then everyone, we just do it for a little. I don't want to do a 4-hour. I don't want to do his whole 4-hour stream. So we'll pick the part where he gets real fired up. I know in the very beginning, he got real mad at Boogie, and it was dealer's choice. Sounds good to me. Okay. Boogie stream. Boogie stream. Okay. There we go. Let me find this spot. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all having fun? Am I keeping y'all entertained enough? I hope so. Trust me, the production value of this shit is gonna get better. It'll get better. It won't just be a fucking skeleton with a coffee cup not moving around for long. No, he's about to fucking kick it up another notch. Just fucking kick it straight up. You ain't fucking around no more. Okay, let's go to we'll start at the this is where at the Frank Hassel meme, because I love this meme, this edit that they did.
Oh, we're talking Boogie lore as we get into the main show here, right? So let's take a look at the Hassel edit. Let's go over some Boogie lore and how Boogie ended up getting arrested and charged and nearly, getting some serious shit over this.
You fat fucking This guy's about to kill somebody right in front of you.
I don't care if I die as long as you do. Recently, Frank's channel has been banned off of YouTube, and he is blaming Boogie298 for it.
It's not even necessarily about that, really. I just think it's funny.
This is not funny to me. You know where I live, Frank. I'm waiting. We're locked and loaded. Show the fuck up. I'm going to fucking kill you and take pleasure doing it. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna take pleasure.
Shut the fuck up.
Then come here. Come the fuck here. You know where I live. Knock, motherfucker. Knock, motherfucker.
Come on, you fucking pussy. What's the deal? Where's the gun? Fat. Open fire. Open fire. You're a fat pussy. You won't even open the door? And then what, you're gonna shoot me? You're gonna kill me? I guess so, buddy.
No, permission not granted.
Is it cocked and ready? Is this pull the trigger?
Oh, he's fucking cocked, locked, and ready to rock. I dare you to knock on my door. What does Frank do? No. Hello? Fatty? Open up, fatty, fuck. Here I am. Bring your gun on.
It is the Hassel doctrine.
Bitch. Here I am. Knock, knock, knock. Here's Frankie.
Yeah, on 3, pull the trigger.
Okay. Is this what I have to do?
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You fat fucking. Oh my god. Is this real? Is this guy gonna kill me?
Yes. He's here to look at the air conditioner set. Is this what I have to do?
You're a fucking.
In about 30 seconds, I'm gonna fire a warning shot.
Fire it now. Fire the warning shot now.
I can fucking end you. I don't care if I die as long as you do. Laying dead on my fucking front lawn. I'm sending you home in a fucking body bag. When I fucking bury you, I will fucking end you. Not
Boogie,
motherfucker.
no.
Because I'm going to fucking kill you and take pleasure doing it.
Let's rewind.
Run the track!
This is the remix.
Kevin Beach and his pal Sean Phillips were driving when the flock.
Oh, Boogie, how did that had to hurt. That had to hurt somewhere deep down inside, past the 10 layers of lard. There you are. You've got a gun. You have a gun, Boogie. And you're pointing it at another man. And you're like, I'm going to fuck you up. And he doesn't do anything. You had more of a reaction to that gunshot than Frank. He literally stood still and then laughed. You look like you were going to piss yourself. Oh, God, owie. Oh, God. Oh, God, I made a bang, boomy sound. My hand, my wrist hurts. Oh, God. Oh, God, my poor wrist. Frank, my wrist hurts.
Jill was laying into him. This shit was funny.
Hurts. The gun went boom. Oh, God, Frank, the gun went boom. Oh, it hurts.
Birds fell out of the sky and hit the pavement. The pair pulled over to investigate.
The birds were twitching and they were in blood spots, like little pools of blood here and there. Like they hit the ground hard. They were dead. So, there was no survivors.
I did, in fact, talk with the cops about this. They said you're not supposed to fire a warning shot. They said I should have fired at him if I was going to pull the trigger. And they said I shouldn't have answered the door. They said
Basically, the police officer sat me down and he said, "Holy shit, you fat retard! You did everything wrong you possibly could." And I told the officer, "I've committed multiple crimes," and the officer just looked at me with pity. And then I sold him some scammy crypto coins, and I think he's homeless.
Want some fatty
Boogie
coins?
got a W. Put that cop in the gut. He bought my crypto. He trusted me.
I should have just stayed indoors and called them.
What happens with a warning shot? A warning shot was probably going to be considered a use of deadly force. Keep in mind as well that what goes up must come down. I don't know of a single law enforcement.
I don't want to use the. I don't want to make sure they don't have that. That Law and Order. But
I think he landed one. I think that was a pity punch. I'm pretty sure during like the round you were in that you actually landed the one punch that you connected with, Wings literally stood still, turned to the camera and winked. He winked and smiled and let you get your one hit in. It was a pity punch. A giant old pity punch.
Them titty punch.
And then he just slapped your
Give him
big
a
old
titty
fat
punch.
titties. We can
Big
see the
old
big old red
titties.
around your chest. He wasn't even trying to box. He's just slapping your tits. Yes, Castle Doctrine. He got in there and he just started slapping tits. That was a whole nice humiliation ritual. I mean, shit. Didn't you get on your knees like a dog?
Yeah, now here comes
If I remember right,
here
didn't
comes
you
the
get on your
part
knees?
where this. I've never had any respect for Boogie whatsoever, but there's not a fucking thing a man could tell me to do that would make me do what he's about to do on camera. Not a fucking thing. Not a guy. You made me crawl to a fucking pile of money on camera. Fuck you. I'm gonna jump over there and take that camera, stick it up your ass.
It's like a dog and beg like a fucking animal? As Keemstar spanked your ass like a trained fucking poodle?
I need you to fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. I need you to get on your fucking hands and knees, have your girlfriend fucking film you and say, "I'm sorry, Keemstar. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry, fucking Tommy C, Nicholas Diorio, Muta, fucking Tom, everybody that's even fucking cared about the Law Call podcast. I'm such a selfish attention fucking retard that I want attention. I want to be in conversation so bad that I gave the entire storyline of what's been happening on episode 1 to fucking Review Tech USA because I'm so.
Keem is mad. You know when Keem is mad when he starts talking like this. Like, I'm pretty sure that people have heard me yell in the shit to when I went after Tommy and them, and I yell a lot. I can be very mean, but I'm a chill dude when no one's fucking with me. No one's fucking me over. That's really the only time that I get extremely upset, when people are fucking me over. Or in the case of like when Tommy and Nick, they were talking shit behind the scenes for many months, but then would be like nice in front of my face, and then they would go back and do it. And this went on for many, many months until the point where I was just like, I'm tired of giving these motherfuckers the pass. So that's when I went ahead and told that kid to record me while I went on that rant. The only thing I would say that I need to do different, I don't need to be in the car whenever I do a rant. Because if I am driving for like an hour, that rant is going to be for a fucking hour. Because I can fucking say whatever I want to in the car. So, but be that as it may, I've been in this situation where Keem's been pissed off. And we're both yelling at each other. Because it's like, you're not really going to yell at someone like me. Someone like him's the same way. It's two alphas going at each other. It's not really going to work.
Thirsty to talk to someone. I'm that big of a fucking loser.
Grease them
Make
cheeks,
that video,
baby.
you piece of shit.
I think about
I'm sorry,
copywriting
Tommy
that.
C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry. It was fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give away the fucking storyline. I'm a fucking attention hog piece of shit. It was fucking stupid. I should have left the moment Muta came on. I'm fucking stupid. And I'm fucking sorry. I understand your decision. I'll hand over any passwords you need, wherever you want. Sorry.
Like a dog. Like a filthy trained animal.
Get on your knees, dog. He couldn't
So,
even
like,
move. He
this
just
is
like
just
was
really
on his
basic
knees.
shit. I'm not even touching on the suicide baiting shit that you do every day. You're on your hands and knees like a dog for Keemstar. You're getting your shit slapped around in the ring by Wings. You pull out a gun on a guy, and he calls you the N-word and laughs in your face. And then you get arrested for it. Castle Doctor, you get arrested for it after telling the cops you did everything illegal. Here's what you do. Somebody shows up at your house and you don't want to deal with them. Don't answer the door. Or say, fuck off, I'm busy. And go watch a movie.
or shoot them.
Really,
or
truly
just fucking
terrified,
shoot
then
them.
just call the cops. But I didn't see him kicking your door in, champ.
Yeah,
You didn't seem like your life was in danger. You don't pull a gun on somebody unless you plan to kill them. That's the point. I'm going to shoot to wound. Yeah, listen here, Alfonso. If that is your...
That shit even sounded like blanks, too, when he shot it. It sounded like a starter pistol. And he even flinched. He was like... Pow! Ooh. But he made that sound after the bullet came out. Ooh. Is it cocked and loaded? Come on, man. Come on, man. You don't need to fucking be operating guns. You don't need to have no gun. Not even if it's your fucking roommate. Goddamn Colt pistol from 1876.
Your real name. I'm going to shoot you in the knees. And then I'm going to record a video for Keemstar on my knees, crawling around like a fucking dog. And then I'm going to talk about the BBC giving her the real fucking R she deserves. Then I'm going to welcome people to the sub club, show them my award-winning stamina of being able to fuck for 3 seconds after talking shit about other guys and their wives. You couldn't hump for more than 3. You ran out of energy. You ran out of energy. You humped for 3 seconds. Why would you film that? Welcome to the sub club. Holy shit.
This is the world we live in now, chat.
Bruh.
This is the world we live in. Get yours. No one else is going to help you. No one else is going to give you anything. Go get yours. People stand in your way. Go get it. Go get it.
Bruh. Oh, okay, good. I like that. That was a nice palate cleanser. That helped. I think that helped a little bit. It's a good palate cleanser because I was getting a little angry there in the beginning. I'll calm me down a little bit. Get us centered back here. Because now we're going to get into the bullshit scam and I'm going to get angry again. We've got a video from him talking about this. I think it's like the second video he put out. We've got the CoffeeZilla vid. We're even going to take a look at the Boogie documentary and some parts of that because he talks about, like, everything he says contradicts itself. From the videos he releases and statements he puts up to the videos he gives during interviews to the videos he has when he's in a documentary. It's like always a different story. There are always different facts involved. Different angles of different stories change. There are permutations on them. Nothing's ever just straightforward, is it? It's always got to be some fucked up, convoluted thing.
Let's see if we can fast forward.
Jimmy's
He's
gonna
going to take the break.
We're gonna
take
here
a
we go.
small.
Number one, everyone thinks you have to have a perfect
These tats too, by the way, chat. What are we thinking about these tats? What are we thinking about this? I'll come back.
body fit to stave off any attack. That's lies. This body wasn't by accident. If you don't have anything to steal and you don't look like a threat, then no one's going to attack you anyway. You see this body? This is what peak.
Is that a sausage in his hand? Is he pretending that sausage link is a cigar? Really? What a fucking loser. Jesus Christ.
Performance looks like, and it wasn't an accident. Do you have any idea?
What's
Are
up,
you laughing,
Ivana?
chat? Are you having fun? Isn't this goofy and funny and it's self-deprecating humor? Get it? He's fat. He's big and fat. That's the joke. Hey guys, I know I'm in the middle of a crypto scam going on. Everybody's saying it's a scam. A lot of allegations being allegedly allegated. So I'm going to come out and, hey, look at me. I'm a big old fatty pumpkin tits.
Idea how much discipline it took to create this body? Do you have any idea how many carbs you have to ingest to maintain this kind of mass? But it guarantees that when people look at me, they don't see a threat. Myth number 2.
You goddamn right they don't see a threat. They see a fucking pity party. Yeah, it's a Slim Jim. Snap it into depression. Snap it into S-side baiting. Snap it into fuckboy lifestyle. Look at this shit. Look at these turds. These turd video game consoles. These arcade one-up things. Just lined up. I can't afford my house. I can't afford my medicine. I can't afford any of this shit. Fucking girlfriend disinterested. She's texting Tyrone over there. He's about to ride up in the fucking Cadillac out back. She's ready to go. He's over here packing her lunch. Have a nice day at school, honey.
A man must build an empire to have any true worth. Haram! That is haram. True happiness comes from the simple things in life. An aquarium and a goldfish, 2 small dogs in a video game.
You know, it kind of hit me as we're watching this video, not what he's trying to impart to us. But this is a guy, again, that said, hey, it's $9,000 a month for me to live. I can't.
Yeah, it might be Tommy C's place, but I like to give Tommy C's wife her respect because she's the one that bought the house or pays for everything and bought the house. It was her credit that actually would get them any kind of mortgage. I don't think that he can go into a bank and apply for a mortgage, and when they ask him, so what do you do? And he's like, well, I make the bare minimum on YouTube, and I have for many years, even though I've worked with one of the largest creators on the platform and had many times where I could make good money, but fucked it up. But yeah, this is Tommy talking. I don't work. You get a beer? Or you got a fucking soccer? What's his thing now? Soccer jerseys? I think he gave up on the arcade one-ups. There's only so many you can put in a town, little German apartment. So you can maybe he's going with the jerseys now. You can fit a lot more jerseys in a closet. Yeah, the house husband. 100. He's like the quintessential house husband. They need to remake that show, Mr. Mom. Put him in there. Make it the German one. Das Mom.
Afford my medical insurance, as he has 18 fucking arcade cabinets blinking behind him. I want you just to take a second to think about this. You're in dire financial straits. You've got medical debt and credit card debt up the ass. You can't afford your mortgage. You think that you're going to be homeless in months. This is what you've been telling everybody for all this time. And I'm not even saying he's got to go sell all 2,500 of his arcade cabinets. But
yeah, it's over with. I'm kind of over this too. I want to show a couple more things before I close it out. Just a couple. I know that I'm like the king of cringe content when it comes to little thing, but there's a couple of things I saw today that are just like, what? Like what the? Like you're still here? And the first one is going to be our old buddy Jimmy Charles, Jimmy the Chuck over here, makeup free, don't know exactly what he's doing. Maybe he had a little time off from all the DMing on Instagram he had to do to all them little boys. But Jimmy the Chuck, he's got a little message that he wants y'all to hear about the Supreme Court and his learned opinion on the Supreme Court.
Nobody should be thinking here that Joe Biden is the right person to be president. Literally during that debate, somebody from his fucking team tweeted out saying, if I get reelected, I will reinstate Roe versus Wade. Newsflash, Grandpa, you're the fucking president now. And it's gone because of you. Oh my God, what do you mean if you get reelected, you'll bring it back? Do it now. Do it now. And maybe you'll have a chance at some people fucking voting for you because it's not looking great, buddy. Nope.
Yeah, this is these people, I don't know. I don't get what they look this over and they're like, nailed it. Post. I mean, you understand what the Supreme Court is, right, Jimmy? You understand that? You know what it is? He's just like, Biden changed it. You haven't changed it yet. I'm not giving you anything. I'm not giving you a reach around. I'm not going to give you a Blumpkin. I'm not going to give you a St. Louis steamer. Nothing. Nothing until you give me Roe versus Wade back, because I'm not a woman and it doesn't apply to me at all. We're so fucked. We're so fucked. Oh my God. And after watching the debate, I'm not talking about the debate, because the debate is just, that was, if I wanted to listen to two dudes argue about their fucking golf game, I'd go down to the country club and just sit by the buffet. I mean, is this where we're at now? I'm a 7 handicap, this, that, and the other. It's like, I don't give a shit. 7 handicap my ass. Only handicap around here is you. You'll hear about Zerka and Heel Mike getting in like a little scuffle, and then Zerka fucking popped his shoulder out. like he barely did something and popped it out.
That's what you think I did? Yes. Swear on my whole family I did not want to clip. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? You better back the fuck up. Are you fucking stupid? I'll literally do it. Are you fucking stupid? You're really doing this. You're gonna pop your shoulder out, you fucking dumbass. You're actually gonna try to attack me. Fucking retard. You got the fucking temperament of a child. A child. Look at you. You blew out your shoulder again, you fucking junkie. You fucking idiot. Why the fuck?
These dudes need to go. I don't even know why they're still allowed to stream. Where the fuck are they streaming from anyway? I thought they were kicked off a Kick for bringing underage girls back to their Airbnb mansion. Can we chill with the Airbnb mansions too? It's like, we all know, we know you don't own it. We know you're renting it. It's like, I'd be more impressed. Like, I think, did Ice Poseidon buy that house in Texas that he's living in? I think he did. And then stuff like when Sam Hyde, when they do the fish tank, it's like they buy that house. It's for sale right now. You could actually buy a fish tank too house. I think it's like $400,000. Have y'all seen that ad for Fish Tank 2's house for sale? Let me see if I can find it. This is a pretty good ad for, you know, I mean, I don't think that Fish Tank has any like multi-millionaire friends that, you know, are fans that are looking for to live in their house. Even though they did redo it, they did redo the inside, and it looks really good. After they totally trashed it. Where is it? Oh, underage. Oh my gosh. Come on. I knew this would happen. I knew I'd go looking for something and I would be... Fuck this. I'm just going to go Fish Tank. Fish Tank Live. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. This will be one of the last ones. Oh my God. Maybe they already sold the house. No, here it is. Found it. All right, let me go ahead and get rid of this. One more thing, and then we'll close it out. I've got one more song for y'all for tonight. I think y'all might like.
Hey, but that's what you're showing people. That's what you're doing on display. Oh, fucking hell! Here you spent good fucking.
That's right. We clean the shit stains. The
Peace
Fish
out,
Tank
Nugs.
Estate has listed the Season 2 house
and it is officially on the market. Featuring 4 beds, 4 bathrooms, and one hell of a view, you can now be a homeowner. Own a piece of fish tank history today.
So yeah, if you've got about, I think the listing price on it's about 400,000. So if you've got the Skrilla and you're a big fish tank aficionado fan and you want to live in the house that they just fixed up from season 2, then it is for sale. Okay, last one. This is the last one, and the only reason why I'm playing this is because it's funny, and I like leaving off on a funny note. I don't have anything right now that'd be like shocking video because it's going to be a slow week. But this lady right here is just totally laughing at her friend. Fuck all. It's hilarious. Also, girl boss. Washington State, I think, but I'll have to check. She's so fucked. She can't do anything.
I'm going home. I'm not gonna have you anymore.
She's over with. Nice tits though. She's real skinny. What the fuck is that? Look, her friend not even getting close to her.
Fuck off.
She's like, look at this. She's getting mad now.
Get me fucking out, Alex.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna show that real quick. Nice. All right, guys. That's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Yeah, if y'all have got any ideas for stories or just anything, you hit me up on Twitter. My DMs are always open. I'm gonna try to do a stream for tomorrow, maybe for the 3rd as well, and then probably be off for a little bit. But just look around. I'll always post when I'm going to be streaming, and I appreciate that, Jack. I really do. And the guy that talked about earlier, if I was thinking about going on Camelot stream, no one's asked. I haven't heard anything about that. I didn't watch anything on Gundam's, the video he put out, the last one I worked with, the Gatlin meme video. I don't even know how that's doing right now. So whatever. Someone said they mentioned on another stream. I don't know because I'm just not really paying attention. But if someone wants to have me on the stream and ask me about it, I'll tell them whatever they want to know. They can ask me any question. I'll give them the honest, truthful answer, even if it makes some people look bad. Even if it makes me look bad. So, yeah. Thanks for everybody coming out. Remember to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and subscribe. This is going to be where I'm going to be doing my streams from now on. We're getting real close to, I think, 8 or 9,000 subscribers, actually. I think we've got 100 more to go, and that'll be right at about 8 or 9,000. But I appreciate it. And tonight, I'm going to be leaving you all off with a little bit more hard archive. This is where I'm getting this music. This one is called The Music Industry Must Be Destroyed. Good night, y'all. Have a good night.
The music business gonna need stitches after I slap these podcast bitches. Your producer is a fucking loser.
Could y'all hear me the whole time talking? Or was I muted?